Neat.
After he's done running practice.
It's amazing that we have to practice running. We've been doing it for thousands of years. Of course, I haven't done it lately, so.
Oh, he won't be done till 3. That's fine. So I'll tune in, send me a link.
Okay. Ah, damn it, I didn't update the stream info again. I do this every time. We're not playing Ken Griffey. Although we could be.
It's us. We'll hop around.
Maybe do that. Okay, so
Fred and Harry Variety Hour.
Fishing. Chill out, tourney mode.
Who'd you get to do your Road Rash art?
Chase.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah, he did it in like 2 seconds. He's really good at that.
That's awesome.
Sega Bass Fishing. Okay, done. Fix the tags is called the right thing now.
Wow, Ken Griffey got real different.
It's always Ken Griffey. It's the only thing that happens on my channel is Ken Griffey. Nothing else ever.
At least you can corner the market of the Ken Griffey thing.
I suppose so. There's not a lot of people streaming it, and that's what I thought.
So,
what with, and here's the other thing. Baseball might not happen this year on time.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll mean every baseball fan will instead watch my stream.
There's a very good chance I'm going to try the show finally, because if you can put something on a handheld,
yes,
I'm way more likely to play it.
Yes, the show is super duper good, by the way.
Everyone was very disappointed in the direct, but I'm an old fuddy-duddy who loves JRPG, so it was perfect for me.
I wasn't disappointed. I watched them with very little expectations.
Yes.
Because I'm fine with everything that's already out there.
Yeah. Well,
but
I'm never going in expecting, like, Super Mario Odyssey 2, or they're going to finally give us some more information about Breath of the Wild 2, so...
Were those words?
Yeah. Just put subtitles and you upload it.
Yeah.
After the stream's over.
My friend Rachel was like, I can't believe they didn't give us anything about Breath of the Wild 2. And then I was like, I'm going to be a smartass. I'm like, have you finished the DLC for the original Breath of the Wild? And she's like, yes!
Oh.
And I was like, okay, fine, you're allowed to complain.
Did she get all the Korok seeds?
I think she did.
Oh my god, okay, there you go.
I'm not sure. But, I mean, I'm not going to be that ridiculous, even
No,
if
of
I'm being
course not.
deliberately obtuse.
My friend Will did all that, and he's like shocked that I haven't. I'm like, no.
Eat it.
It's not worth it. I was gonna say, before the stream got all fucked up, when it showed the Sega logo, Sega's absolutely the best of showing off its logo in every game.
I think I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
My immediate thought is Jurassic Park on Genesis.
Yes.
And not even to mention Vector Man.
That's what I was
where
going to
you
bring
get
up.
to play with the logo and shoot it and kill it.
Yeah, you can find the secret explosion power-up hidden on the side.
Right.
Remember when video games had stuff in them?
Yeah, when they were... When artists made art,
yeah,
and put little flourishes of their own interest in.
Not to sound like a fucking millennial, but it's the same thing with the early '90s. Cartoons were made by cartoonists who were sick of making commercials, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
And so everything was fucking nuts.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's something to be said for structure.
No,
but,
for sure.
Everything looks like Cal Arts, I don't think is what we're looking for.
No. If you haven't watched it yet, this goes to everyone listening, check out... Watch Ren and Stimpy with an analytical eye.
Okay.
Watch it with the thought that this is being made by people outside of the creep who made it, but, everyone else.
I didn't know that. So, but maybe that's helpful.
I think there's two people who made it. I think it was
Ren,
John Camp, and some other guy. Either way, one of them was a real creep, like creeping on
John Camp girls. And John Creep.
Yeah, John Creep was
he was a sex
grooming girls and being a creep and just like abusing the animators and stuff like that.
I can't believe there was a sex pest behind Ren and Stimpy.
You know? So, either way, it's made by every animator on that show is made by people from the 80s who like had to make He-Man and
Sure.
giant advertisements.
I didn't know that. That makes sense. And don't get me wrong, I love Transformers the movie.
Yes.
But the show is just like painfully boring.
So when you watch things like, Powdered Toast Man and Log and shit, that's just clearly them making an asinine ad making fun of their own users and stuff like that.
I don't think the brothers Chaps ever had to do that. Maybe they did. Maybe they worked in animation in ways I didn't know, but when they made Cheat Commandos...
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, buy all our playsets and toys!
You can see a lot of it in Dexter's Lab, especially with the what was it, the Justice Friends or the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't thank me, thank Justice Fruit Flies!
Yeah, exactly.
What's a fruit? They're called fruit fly?
Yeah.
I'm just realizing this as I had the line memorized and said it.
But another awesome thing about that era was that really good Macho Man episode with Monkey, where thing crossed over like the Super Monkey from Dexter's Lab went into space and fought Macho Man. And it was all a clear homage to Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
Wait a minute, was it Macho Man Randy Savage?
Yeah.
Superman fought Muhammad Ali. I'm very behind on all of this.
Okay, well, let's go back to the monkey thing. It was
I remember Monkey.
Yeah, it was some conqueror, but it was voiced by Macho Man.
Hot ass Agent Honeydew.
Yes, who was in love with a monkey. So.
It was a cockerel, you said, voiced by Macho Man.
Yeah, the big purple alien guy.
Okay.
That wanted to conquer everything. I don't remember his name.
Conqueror.
Conqueror.
Not a cockerel like a species of ape.
But yes, there was a comic event back in the day. Back when progressivism in comic books wasn't as in your face.
Okay.
But there was
you mean ever before now?
Yes. So there was an event because Muhammad Ali was the biggest, star of the time. Like, oh, could Muhammad Ali beat Superman? So they set up a boxing match under a fake red sun. So of course Muhammad Ali kicked his ass. Muhammad Ali.
It's hilarious that Superman was the Great White Hope. Hey, Michael's here.
Michael, hello.
We've missed you too. I wish you were here, buddy. We were just talking about when the three of us, the first time you met Harrison, were playing House of the Dead in the basement, and we talked about. You'll see it on our character here when he lifts a fish out of the water.
Yeah, we'll bring it up.
He also has digi-destined ass hands.
This might have been a Sega thing.
Yeah. I mean, Joe is working on her model, her VTuber model.
Oh, cool!
And she's made a really cool design. She's drawn it out. She's having somebody else do the model for her.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like, it's expensive. I should just learn how to do this. I was like, you could. But I think geez, cast in the right place for that one. But anyway, she's got somebody working on that. Mm-hmm. And, oh man, I'm not going to be able to get him in time.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's 21 feet out. I'd rather just break the line. Trying. Yeah, he was just about to break it, but anyway. The line's gonna break! But, she was saying, she's a fantastic, talented artist, but she's like, I can't draw little spindly anime hands.
Oh, that's really funny. He said it wasn't our first meeting, it was a formative one.
Well, that's what...
Maybe that was the first time we actually got to hang out one-on-one then.
Right. Well, that was what Harry said, so I was just going with his memory, because I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
But welcome to the stream, Michael. We're playing your favorite game. The game you've seen more than any other game, except for maybe Afterburner Climax. Oh, he wants it.
Get it, baby.
I should have let it sink in front of him and let him eat it off the ground.
Yeah, probably.
Like the bottom feeder he is.
Bottom feeder was always a good insult for me growing up because my uncle kept calling my mother a bottom feeder. He called her a dirty bottom feeding hose beast.
Hose beast. I always think of Wayne's World. When somebody calls someone a hose beast. Stacy was a psycho hose beast.
Is this the one where they say get line shy?
No, line shy is the Harry. I just showed you the box actually.
Oh,
we made.
That's the deep sea fishing?
Yes, it's saltwater sport fishing for PlayStation.
Okay, that one looks fucking cool as shit.
It has amazing music. Somebody pointed out to me the other day all the fish have different themes. And when they bite your line, their theme starts up, and somebody pointed out to me, that is the theme from Rampage World Tour.
Oh, wow.
That is just the title screen theme from Rampage World Tour. I was like, is it really? We looked it up. It's the exact same thing. So I'm guessing that they just...
Yeah.
Like, I thought that team must have just had some amazingly musically talented folks, but they must have just had the same sound effects and music CD.
Oh, I got
bought a license for it. But, yeah, that game rules. We may play that a little bit later. No, this is not line shy, but it has all the other best things.
Yeah, look at those clipping hands. See, this is one thing I'll give the Dreamcast is a cut above the other things.
We are playing this on Xbox 360 for the record, but
we
same
don't
game.
have knives or scoops for hands like the 64 or the PlayStation.
That's true. They do have separate, distinct modeled fingers.
Big square digits.
Dreadfully distinct against the dark. Recite your baseline, Dreamcast hands.
That's a creepypasta on its own, just a T-modeling Dreamcast model with its fingers spread.
I guess. I guess. I don't know if it is. I'm going to go with you, though. I was directly in front of the one I wanted somebody else to. We're playing the tournament mode right now. Just because, A, it lasts longer, B, it's less frustrating, and C, a third reason.
We're going for 70. Last time was 69.
Yeah, we won the first round before we were on stream, 69 and 7 ounces. So the first tournament's pretty easy. I think it's the fourth tournament. You have to get first place in all 4 of them to get the special trophy.
Ah.
It's very... clearly laid out on Steam, but on 360 it doesn't say.
What happens when Dorito dust is floating around in the air?
Yeah, I've made nacho. Whoa, I got floaters in my eyes. Look at them go. I just recently learned how to use the pencil bait. It's not that hard.
But her buying her own model, it's just going to invest in itself. It's like you said earlier, if you're going to use it, you might as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and she never spends money frivolously on anything. Like, the scale is me, her, and then Michael.
There you go.
Who doesn't spend money on anything ever at all.
Michael says nice.
Okay, my floaters are gone. I can concentrate on fish again. Yeah, you get this. Eat it. You big coot. I hope that word doesn't come from something that I'm not allowed to say.
Oh no. Like my great uncle's dog, Spook.
Yep, my dad had a dog named Spooky, and there's a hilarious story about an African American mailman and a broken screen door.
Oh no! I think something similar happened to mine. Except it was new neighbors moving in.
Yeah.
And Spook got out, so of course Uncle ran out of the house screaming "Spook" at the top of his lungs while he's nice. While the Carmichaels were moving in next door.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, I handily got that one as well, despite the fact that... See, that's the way this game works, is they just decide they want something, and then they just change their mind, and you have to just try throwing every lure.
Yeah. That is frustrating.
I don't know why I paused. I just wanted a sip of soda. It took 2 seconds. Oh, my precious time.
Yeah.
I'm ahead by a ridiculous margin. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, as I was saying earlier, this game got a lot easier for me. I went to the controls menu in the Steam version.
Okay.
And it was like, press X to select location, original mode only. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I haven't had to do it here because the lodge area, I know like the back of my hand. It's the first level, the default first level in the arcade mode. I know where all the fish congregate. I am comfortable in the lodge area.
But I notice you keep throwing it to the edges. Are none of the fish like in the middle?
I mean, they can be. They're usually between the 2 docks. Some of them chill out in the shallows over here. And then some of them chill out in those pilings over to the left. But it's weird. It's one of those bigger under the water kind of things.
Gotcha.
Where the area looks a lot bigger under the water than it does over the water. But I know it really well in the lodge area, and I've never had any problems. But You can see the Japanese title on the windshield.
Oh yeah, get bass.
Get bass.
I try to get bass, but you know how it is.
Slap bass.
I do slap bass.
Do you slap the bass?
Oh yeah. Oh, I used to. Back in college, I played the bass, and I played a little bit in my 20s. And I put it down, but it's like riding a bike.
Hey, Carl's here.
Hello, Carl.
Carl says non-horny fishing. He's talking about the bass version of the other fishing I was talking about earlier.
Oh, redneck.
Yes,
big fishing.
Big bass fishing for PlayStation by Take-Two Interactive.
It's funny because earlier when I mentioned big boob fishing, I was talking about Monster of the Deep because Sydney's there.
Final Fantasy 14, Monster of the Deep, which is a VR game.
Oh, it's gotta be 15.
Is it
14's the online one.
Oh, sure.
Bro, haven't you heard about the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14?
Oh yeah, you can play the Heaven's Word expansion until you're dead.
Yeah.
For free. I think that'll do it.
That's a huge fish.
Yeah. Absurdly large. See, we're getting to the point now. I think this is a limited number of fish in the tournament. So, like, now that I have an 18-pounder, if I catch, like, a 4-pounder, they're going to be like, throw them back. But anyway, in the other location, you press X, brings up this menu, and you can even fish at the frickin' Palace, which is, like, the bonus level.
Oh, cool.
I almost wish I was playing the arcade version because the closing theme of Sega Bass Fishing is so freaking good. Speaking of bass, it's
really?
And then the guy goes, "Thank you for playing."
You should learn how to program Rock Band songs just for that.
I mean, I definitely want to learn because I use the heck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It is 69 degrees.
Nice! It's a 69 kind of day, alright.
Jeez.
In the first round of the tournament, we won with 69 pounds and 7 ounces.
This game is all about munching a box while you're getting your knob slobbed.
I mean, that is what fishing's about.
What? I'm not sure that works.
Yeah, man, you throw out your dangly little thing and you hope someone knobs on it.
I get...
Only to reel in a big hot bass to chew on it later.
Eat it. Yeah! I know it's gonna be a big one. It's the frickin' Palace.
Oh, are they all like
yeah,
big in the palace?
In arcade version, you fish in 3 areas and you have to catch an ascendingly difficult amount of weight in each area in a descendingly... Yes, we're like 2 dads who have no kids. One of them who is biologically incapable at the moment. Yeah, the arcade mode is hard. It's designed to eat your quarters, for sure.
Of course.
But if you beat the lodge, cape, and inlet areas, it gives you the palace, and there's still a time limit. But it's just like, hey, go nuts. Catch a gigantic frickin' fish in this ridiculous location. So yeah, it's kind of like a bonus level. But you can fish here in the tournament. It's not tourney banned.
I do like, I do really like this prototype Soul Calibur level. It's very nice.
If you could...
You just see Voldo follow it randomly.
If my dad worked for Nintendo, the Palace from Sega Bass Fishing would absolutely be a stage in Smash.
Oh yeah, or in Sonic Team Racing.
Yes. Oh man, how did they not do that?
You know what would be cool is if they like made just a Sega Bass Fishing stage, and you like pass the palace, you pass the docks, you're like driving around the
lodge,
lake.
the cape, the inlet, the palace,
yeah.
the reeds. I mean, I imagine I'd be the only person who cared, but
it'd still be
we'll
cool.
See. We're playing with the controller because we're on the 360 at the moment. And also, the rod is fun, but the motion capability of it is not great. However, the Dreamcast fishing rod is
nice
capable...
haircut, asshole. Go on.
We'll come back to that guy. Remember that guy. We'll get back to that. But I'm going to finish this fun fact real quick. We had so the Sega Bass Fishing controller for the Dreamcast is capable with Sega Bass Fishing, Sega Bass Fishing 2, Sega Marine Fishing, Real Fishing Wild, and I think there's one Japanese fishing game that I have on the Dreamcast.
Oh, we got a fun fact from Michael.
Oh.
If you cast your lure at the crumbled part of the palace, and Taki and Cassandra fall into the water and get wet.
What?
Because I know you.
Taki and Cassandra. Is that for you?
Taki and Cassandra are two of the characters from Soul Calibur.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Hi. Not being perverted.
No, never.
We're talking about dragons.
Me too.
I fight dragons. That's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is that?
What?
What is I Fight Dragons? Is that?
I thought you're just referencing video games in general.
No. It was like a shitty pop band, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I know the meme with Donkey where it ends with him fucking a dragon.
That does happen. Yes.
Everyone here listening within the range of my voice, go watch Shrek Retold if you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
It's a bunch of talented... So what it is, you know how there's a bunch of reanimates and stuff out there?
Yes.
I learned about this project from Joe Cartoon. And
Do you have a canoe I can borrow, please? I remember Joe Cartoon.
But a bunch of artists and animators and filmmakers all got together, and they just all got together and reshot the entirety of Shrek.
Okay.
Through different styles of animation and live action and stuff like that. It's really funny.
I was seriously thinking it was just a DVD I would pick up at Walmart, but...
It's all on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I just figured it'd be like a Shrek spin-off. Let's make $5 more, like the Frozen Christmas special or whatever.
No,
Except it's more like $5 million more.
It's a passion project by a bunch of other people.
Bunch of talented animating Shrek fans.
Luckily, Encanto is here to dethrone fucking Frozen.
Oh, and I was like,
Encanto.
Yeah, Encanto, where you catch the Pidgeys.
Encanto. Oh
yeah. That's what I thought you meant. Listen, we don't talk about Professor Oak. I have no idea what the fucking Kanto is. I mean,
it's very good.
Aside from the memes, I've heard it's a good thing.
It's very good. White women sure like to give their opinions about it.
Oh?
Oh yeah, it's
all I have on my timeline is black women who can't stop watching and singing it.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Actually, it's just one black woman who I used to work with.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, this is the second coming of Hamilton in my household.
I got a bunch of friends. Of course, a lot of my female friends are cosplayers, so they're all trying to headline like, I can cosplay this character. I'm like, you're white, please don't.
I don't subscribe to that.
I do to an extent. So, in the cosplay culture, there's just not a lot of cosplays available that are exclusive to Latin women or anything like that. And I am not a woke person by any stretch of the imagination, but
Sleeping very soundly.
But having a bunch of people I know that are from South America and stuff like that getting criticized every day for cosplaying, for being brown and cosplaying like a Disney princess.
No, it should work both ways. Anybody should be able to be what they want to be. And don't get me wrong, I've cosplayed before, and
yeah, of course.
I think that's how it should be. Everybody should just be what they want to be. But I try to cosplay things that fit my body just because I feel less ridiculous personally. But do what you do.
And then the thing is, it's all done for clout and popularity. There's a whole politics thing behind it. I am not a cosplayer for clout or popularity, but a lot of my friends are.
Right.
You're a
cosplayer who knows deep in his heart that he will eventually die as Santa Claus.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a fun job and it pays really well.
It was a hot, controversial thing about the movie, but it is in fact one of the songs.
Yes, it is one of the songs.
I know nothing, and I picked up that it's probably a plot element.
Yes, it's a plot element.
But you're right; it sounds like something the internet would talk about.
It's a John Leguizamo-shaped plot element.
What's the name of the Full Metal Alchemist daughter dog man? What's his name?
Oh, Nina Tucker.
Well, the man.
Not Shao Tucker.
What is the
Shao
name?
Tucker?
The name of the man.
Shao Tucker?
Well, if it's Shao Tucker, it could be like, we don't talk about Shao.
Who's that? Oh, is that Oksana?
Yeah, it's Ox.
Yeah. I should have known with the insect. If I ever made a V2 personality, I don't want it designed by Oksana.
Yes, she's very talented, and that seriously, Ox, when it comes to stuff that I've seen you do that I loved, the avatar or the profile, the default, it cheapens it to call it that even. The thing you made for your channel.
Oh, yeah.
The insect Ahagao girl.
Yes.
I love that the way I love your Madonna and Child. It's so good.
I want to get... the when she did the episode about the wasp and stuff, and they did the Sailor
Yes,
Senshi like B-girl
I
one.
was talking about that.
I would love that on a skateboard.
I could see that on a skateboard.
Yeah, that'd be like really cool skateboard art.
Yeah, I feel like if people still use DeviantArt, it would have been commercialized into that. Be like, buy my crap on a skateboard. None of these exist in a warehouse. It's just-in-time manufacturing.
Yeah.
But I could see some of those actually selling for her.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that sort of like how Redbubble works?
Yeah.
She agrees.
Joe says yeah.
Yeah.
They're called print-on-demand websites.
Oh, okay.
I think they did the. I think they did Rey Mysterio's entrance theme.
That's awesome.
Because it's POD.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. If it works, it works.
Ox says hello, Joe. What are you doing? Just making coffee? Joe's having some coffee because it's 2:17 and she's working.
She's in the office. She's got her I Hate Tuesday mug.
I hate Tuesday. We don't talk about Tuesday.
For every day of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate every day of the week.
Oh no, it just says I hate day and I fill it in.
It's like,
It's called the I Hate Life mug.
Yeah, I can put Mon, Tues,
Christmas.
Day.
Yeah, it just says day.
Yeah,
you
it
just fill
says
in
day
the
and
front.
I write it in, yeah.
I think the funniest thing would be not to fill it in at all.
I hate day.
You hate day so much that you just don't even bother specifying.
I hate day.
Oksana says she's about to drive the North Carolina coast and disappoint 40 pigeons. What the hell does that mean?
She catches birds now.
Oh.
So somewhere there is a Walmart in need.
Oh my god. That's rad, but also
Yeah,
crazy.
it's rad.
It's a lot of pigeons.
King Ghidorah is
You know what happened is
Carl.
Carol.
they told those pigeons Oksana is coming. Those pigeons were like, sorry to bring it back to dad mode.
his name is King Ghidorah, and that makes me think of, because I have an unpopular opinion and everything, but my favorite kaiju is fucking Gamera.
I feel like Oksana is about to write a dissertation about why that's okay.
Me and Oksana almost exclusively talk about kaiju, especially Ultraman.
I tried to get
Oh, it's for Home Depot, not Walmart.
I saw. I tried to get into kaiju specifically because I wanted her to pay more attention to me.
That is legit.
And this was before she was a woman, which for me is a big deal.
It's because Oksana is the coolest no matter what form she takes.
before I knew she was a woman.
Yes.
Which, looking back, makes me feel a lot better. But,
See, she agrees. Gamera is dope.
yeah.
I just like turtles, too. Turtles and frogs.
Oh,
I'm really
Gamera's the
It's the
giant
big
turtle
turtle
with hook hands.
What? No, it doesn't have hook hands. It's got regular, like, claw hands.
Which one?
He can pull into his shell and, like, spin around like a giant UFO and stuff.
Okay, sure.
He's not, like, in the Godzilla canon. He has his own canon. He's arguably Godzilla's biggest ripoff.
Okay. But, like, was Gamera not made by Toho?
I think it was, but it was like a different studio. Like, Gamera has never been in the Godzilla universe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Same
that.
thing with Ultraman. All three of them crossed over, but the day it happens, it'd be awesome.
We found out yesterday that Joe's Southern living at home, grew up in Florida-ass mom.
Okay, so Toho is not Gamera.
Okay. Apparently loved Ultraman and used to watch it every morning before she went to school.
That is wild.
And she was like, Joe, why does he cross his hands and go, Sah! It's just like some weird Japanese shit I don't give a fuck about.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is.
I certainly love Ultraman. Because how can I not love Power Rangers and Sentai if I don't love Ultraman and all the other stuff?
I was curious about if Toho was separate because, like, eventually they just all sort of fought each other, right? Except not Gamera, because apparently it's from a different studio.
I don't think Ultraman ever fought Godzilla.
Well, I don't think Ultraman did either, but most of the is Ultraman a kaiju? Or is he just an Ultraman?
I think he can fall under the line. I would consider him an Ultraman.
Okay.
Because he has more sentient than your average kaiju.
That's true.
And he's more like a big superhero.
Right.
So, I'm not sure.
You definitely need big superheroes to fight giant monsters, but I don't think you can say that Ultraman is a giant monster, which I think is possibly the literal translation of kaiju. I could be wrong.
Harrison, Joe's mom, like Ultraman, is like Hank Venture and Action Man arguing about Star Wars versus Barbarella.
I thought you were gonna say it's like Hank
That's
Hill
true.
being really into like Gigantor.
Oh, Gigantor.
Barbarella is such a weird movie. It's a movie that I feel like I'm high during, and I've scarcely ever been high to even know what that would feel like.
Okay, so Ultraman fought
Notzilla?
Fought Jiras? I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Jiras? In a Showa Godzilla suit with the neck frill and a yellow stripe. Okay, that's pretty cool. Grape Ape is a kaiju, yes.
Grape Ape is kaiju.
Grape Ape, so is Clifford.
Clifford is a kaiju!
Yeah, Clifford's absolutely kaiju.
Clifford isn't like... Well, we're getting into the Shadow of the Colossus territory where there's that one like tiny dog Colossus, and you're like, this is a Colossus. This thing is the size of a horse.
Well, Clifford is significantly bigger than a horse.
Sure, but I would say significantly smaller than most iterations of Godzilla.
Thank God dogs get neutered when they're puppies. Could you imagine trying to neuter Clifford?
Oh my God. I don't want to think about this anymore.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Well, I mean, we can go back to kaiju. I just don't want to talk about Clifford's big red testicles.
Ew.
There she is.
Hi.
There he is. There he is.
I think I may have blocked my own self on your Twitch account.
Okay.
Because I can't talk in your chat.
Last night the freaking Plex. Today it's the Twitch. I'm certifiably not a fan of.
Glad you were watching from the other room at least.
Well, I was like, I'll just put it on in case I have. Yeah, I guess I blocked myself, but I don't even know how to fix it.
Why would you block yourself?
That's the only thing I can.
How did you manage to do that?
I don't know.
It's twitch.tv/diabetic,
Oh, did you take the sponsorship?
Sort of.
Oh, yeah?
Richard was like, get more viewers, and then we'll talk about stuff. And I was like, okay, so I'll need above 10, because that will indicate there's someone there who does not personally know me and already constantly shop at your store.
That's one of the reasons we get him with Logan. It's a bunch of college guys with nothing to do.
Yeah, there you go.
They love streaming and stuff. We gotta tap into that Gen Z market.
For sure. You and I need to, like, pick a day to consistently stream on.
That'd be great. Because we both have really good chemistry and be good partners at just talking.
It would be a good time. And decently similar taste in video games.
Yep.
I don't know how to fix it.
Oh, Logan followed us. He's not in the chat, but he followed us.
Well, I guess we'll take a...
Blocked.
So, like, you were on my account on your iPad and accidentally blocked you?
So, everybody, what'd you think about the Direct? I want to hear your controversial thoughts.
For me, when they showed Mario... This seriously happened. I think I might have already talked about it on stream, but I don't give a fuck!
Yeah.
They were like... I was talking about it with Matthew, who was just coincidentally here at the time to attempt to watch wrestling, which didn't work out so great.
Yeah.
Because Peacock would only play the Royal Rumble in Spanish, and because wrestling is terrible now.
Yes.
But... I was like, the Nintendo Direct is coming on at 5. I guess we can watch that. Do you even still play your Switch? And he was like, yeah, I guess we can watch that. And I was like, I don't really ever go into a Nintendo Direct expecting or hoping for anything. Yeah. But I was like, man, if they added Coconut Mall to Mario Kart 8, I would go nuts. And then the Mario Kart 8 thing came up, and they played the music, and I was like, it's Coconut fucking Mall!
Mm-hmm. I love Coconut Mall.
So
it's a good deal. So
And I'm on your family plan, so I don't even have to pay for it.
Exactly, we don't have to pay for it. And that's the thing. That's why you buy... That's the good way to get the bundle edition.
Yeah.
Just do the super millennial thing of getting a bunch of friends together.
Yes.
All pay together, because $80 a year for 10 people...
10 people is a lot.
To play all this stuff, it's nuts.
Even if you need people to throw in, that's $8 per year. I will give you $8.
Yeah.
I did make you a plate of nachos.
Yeah. I don't need a throw in. It's fine.
But I would.
Yeah, but it's fine because I paid $60 for like PlayStation or wherever your subscription's gonna be. I can pay that for all this Nintendo shit.
Yeah.
And it came the difference it would have made. I would have paid anyway to get Kelly Happy Home Designer. And it came with it. Yeah, don't pay that for a shitty emulator or anything.
Right.
Now that I can talk, we're folks who have, our Nintendo 64s in our own collection still. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have that, it's definitely helpful. If you're somebody like Michael, who doesn't even have a Switch, but if he did, I guarantee you he'd be playing Metroid on it on the daily.
Oh, Michael also would just emulate.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because Michael, I mean this in the best way possible, that's everything we're not. Michael is terribly practical.
He is. He's like, oh, well, I can just play the game for free, I'll do that.
And by the way, Michael, yeah, I've seen some weird Kirby mouthful things. My favorite one right now, because I'm me, is there's a Pyramid Head one.
Oh my god.
His little feet are dangling off his head.
I saw one with a horse. My favorite thing about it, I was talking to somebody about this, and I was like...
It's got to be a condom one out there somewhere.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And it would technically be censored. You could totally do that.
And it would be, for fuck's sake.
Shut up.
His dangly little feet kicking your balls. It wouldn't be fun.
I thought it was stupid at first. I was like, you remember when Kirby just to like swallow an enemy and obtain their attributes and powers for himself? That was kind of cool. This is like, and then it came to me at once.
Who's Dreamfoil?
I always forget.
Hey Dreamfoil, who you is?
I'm sorry preemptively because I know you.
There's a little crown next to them. Oh, it's
Joe.
Hi, Joe. Ham ha.
Hey, my wife who was Ham ha, Joe.
Yes, Earthbound. Earthbound's gonna be awesome. I really like that game.
What the fuck was I gonna say?
We said ham ha. We don't know who your wife is.
Oh, this guy. We get back to this. Okay, so look at this guy. We were talking about... I swear this links back up. We were talking about DDR, and we were talking about 2000s, Dreamcast era Sega, etc. We were talking about House of the Dead 3.
Yeah.
And I talked about how in DDR Extreme for the PS2, you had Your Reign, the Akira Yamaoka song from Silent Hill...
Silent Hill 4 The Room.
Silent Hill 4 The Room, which has the character... Heather.
Well, it looks like Elena, but I think it's God, I can't remember her name. The first character that dies in the game.
Right. Well, at some point the word Heather was said.
Yes.
And also we talked
we're talking about House of the Dead 3.
Right, we're talking about House of the Dead 3.
That's like prototype Heather.
Right. Rogan's daughter is like prototype Heather.
And then Heather is Harry's daughter, so it's keeps connecting as a theme.
Sure, but this Sega Bass Fishing guy is a prototype that from when she was just Heath.
Yes. So, either way, Patient Zero of Heather is the Sega Bass Fishing guy.
There is a girl that you can play as in Sega Bass Fishing. I don't usually play as her because it changes the voice clips. They're all so funny, but they're not as funny as the guy.
Yeah.
Like right there where he says, fish! Yeah. She goes, fish!
Fish.
Actually, hers might be even funny. When she catches a tiny fish, she goes, no! She pulls up a big one, she's, yeah!
Oh my lord. Yeah, the Direct was definitely for old RPG fans. Like, I'm super excited for Advance Wars 1 and 2.
Yeah, I saw that, and I've scarcely played that series, but every time I do, I have a blast.
I was about to say, I think you'd really like it.
I played Battalion Wars on Wii.
So, and there's a whole series of games like this for me.
Yeah.
The first one comes to mind is Shantae, but I call them my Nintendo Power games.
Sure.
Games I instantly fell in love with, seeing an ad for them in Nintendo Power, just seeing like them exclusively talked about, and Advance Wars was absolutely one of them.
Huh.
And
I tried to get into Shantae, but I started with the first game ever, which I think was a mistake.
I think that game is really fun and good, but only if you're adaptable to things.
Yeah.
I played platformers all my life, and some shitty ones.
And I don't really like platformers.
Yeah.
Unless they're as shitty as possible, like Izzy's Quest.
Yeah. But I love the Shantae series for sure.
I like the music from the new ones.
I like the music too.
They would play, when I worked at Best Buy, they would play the Dance Through the Danger theme.
Oh, cool.
On the demo kiosk occasionally, and I would just bop to that for about 30 seconds. And then it would end, and I would go back to my normal idle animation of hating myself.
Yeah.
Because I worked at Best Buy.
That sucks. I'm in between movies right now, and I'm like, I'm going to get a side job. I'm going to first see if Richard wants any help, but then after that I might just get like a dinky waiting job. Or whatever.
Richard does need help.
Okay.
He can't offer, what adults typically need to be paid.
I don't need that. I just need something to make a little bit of money in between films.
I think he would absolutely be a good fit for you. He was swamped yesterday. I've been cataloging my collections.
Yeah.
And I realized how many duplicates I had.
Oh, okay.
Like when we played, it wasn't that many, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's enough for a decent stack. Like when I used to have 2 PS2s, I had 2 copies of Time Crisis 2, 2 copies of Time Crisis 3. I had 2 copies of ATV Off-Road Fury 2. But there was some stuff that just like somehow I bought twice. Like I had 2 copies of
That's a big
GTA
boy.
4. Yeah.
Illegal.
But I made a big stack, and I want to get a original Xbox 360 that has a disc drive that works. So I put all that together, and I went over there, and the phone would not stop ringing. There were people just constantly in the store. He was swamped, and I'm sure he could use some help.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out, because that'd be a place I wouldn't mind working at all. I'd be like, oh, no, I'm going to go talk to people with video games and do stuff I do at my house.
Yeah, maybe I'll send him a text or something. And
yeah.
Because he said, he was like, I don't know if I'm going to get to your collection until tomorrow night or something. So I don't want to just go up there and be like, hey, did you finish all my crap? But I'll be like, hey, I found you a potential employee.
Yeah, I would love to do that, because then I don't have to wait until to do a bunch of bullshit, and I can actually
right. And it's
make a little bit of money on the side.
It's the kind of small time retail that
yes
is not fraught with bullshit.
Yes, and people in there are gonna have stuff I want to talk about or help them with or something like that. So it's like, where's new point and shoot 2022?
He started taking pre-orders. I think I'm gonna ask if
cool.
he's doing pre-orders for MLB The Show.
That'd be cool.
And I think that's gonna be the deciding factor. Or maybe if you play it, I'll probably get a copy, because that's the thing is like most of the time with MLB The Show, I wait until after the season, and if it was a really good season, I'll buy it when it's old and costs 6 cents.
Yeah.
Because you feel stupid buying a game for $60, and in a year it's literally 12.
Yes.
And in 2 years, it's like
for sure
you can't give it away. But it's going to be on Switch. I'm excited about that, and I know you want to play. I think Rachel might even play this year.
I didn't know she was into baseball.
She loves baseball.
Cool.
She loves sports.
That's fascinating.
Watching her watch sports is really funny. She gets very, very, very into hockey.
That's how Heather is too. We were watching
yes. She's exactly the same.
Oh, that's cool. We should get them together and watch some baseball next season.
Yeah, it's just funny that we know 2 mostly reserved, mousy, quiet anime nerds who, when you flip on sports, go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. God, what else? This is was a good direct for Mario Sports also, because we got our Wii Sports, which isn't directly Mario, but
at first I was like, where are the fucking Miis? Why does this look like Wii shovelware? Where are the Miis? And then all I remember
is Mr. Nintendo and Dr. Nintendo.
Right, Mr. and Dr. Nintendo. I only remember Iwata, who I know is now dead.
Yes.
And Miyamoto, who just sits in the back and collects a check. But those guys came out and they had Mii heads on the weird little bodies, and I was like, okay, fine.
I mean, I'll take it. Volleyball does look fun as shit, though.
Volleyball looks fun, and I'm interested to try it with the motion controls, even.
Yes.
And the soccer looks fun with the it's like Rocket League, but with regular people.
So soccer.
Woo! Well, it does have a giant ball.
I'm also glad I'm going to be able to use my leg strap for more than one game.
Yeah, I didn't really care. I mean, I might play it once just for fun.
Well, I'm not like flipping my table over, like, yes, I want to use my leg strap, but it's cool that I can use it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it looks like a neat gimmick. It doesn't look like something I would do more often. But then again, I'm the guy who was like, give me an excuse. Anybody who will play Connect Soccer with me, let's fucking go.
And then, speaking of soccer, I'm definitely excited for Mario Strikers. That was my favorite.
Right, I saw that and I was like, oh, somewhere Harrison is losing his shit.
I did. I lost my shit. Because those games are butt-fuck wild. They're nuts. If you want to see the Mario characters not act like themselves, or act like their truest forms, you play some Mario Strikers. That shit is insane. It's so fun.
You were the first person to indicate to me that Mario characters had personalities.
They do. Just Nintendo doesn't
outside of Daisy.
Yes. they just don't like letting them use them.
Yeah.
One day I'll just bring it over just so you can try out the game or something. But Strikers has a lot of personality with all the characters.
I have one of them. I have one of the ones for Wii.
Oh, that's the preferred package.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, you got to get the one on GameCube.
No.
Everybody likes Double Dash more than they like Mario Kart Wii.
I like them both for different reasons. I love Mario Kart Wii, man. I clocked so many hours on it.
Same.
I think 8's the only game that's beaten my hours on Mario Kart Wii, and that's only because I can play 8 on my handheld.
Yeah, and it's current.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play it.
Super current.
I was so hung up on Wii. I was like, I don't want to play Mario Kart
for sure.
if I can't steer with Wii motion controls.
Well, it was just so easy to steer, especially I think you're the only other person I know that drives manual.
Wait, with manual drift? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why would you not do that?
A lot of people didn't. I guess they were afraid or something. I don't know.
It's got the big-ass B button on the back for that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's for. That's how you play the game.
Man, we should play some Mario Kart 7.
Mario Part 7.
Mario Part 7.
I don't know how to stream Mario Part 7.
Mario, go fish!
I've always been kind of curious how you stream from a DS.
Yeah, people do it. There's some weird little hookup you can do. And most of the time you just see the top screen.
Full Circle has FullCircleToys.com. Full Circle has a DS EverDrive cartridge, but it's for the original DS. And I'm like, well, what do I use this for? Yeah,
Mario Strikers is the Dark Christopher Nolan Batman of the Mario franchise. Says Michael. I've literally never played them, but the promotion art is always so aggressive.
It's a me! It's a me!
Okay, so I'm dead serious. The aesthetics of the one on the Wii is what if Mario existed in a Thunderdome Stalker style version of a post-apocalyptic wasteland?
Why not?
And it's awesome. I love it.
That's really weird.
It's cool seeing Mario with angry eyes and fucking taking shit seriously. Just, not in the aggressive way, but in no, I'm not nice anymore. You play or you die.
It was kind of strange how they're this is not soccer.
Yeah.
They had a name for it. The only thing that keeps coming to mind is Blitzball, and I know it's not that.
No.
But
hi, I'm Harrison. I'm one of the 2 guys on the planet that likes Blitzball.
Whenever I see a weird alternative sports video game that's based in reality, I'm always interested. I can't believe I've never played the Harry Potter Quidditch game.
The problem with the Quidditch game is once you figure out how to play, it's really easy.
Oh, yeah.
And so I found a way to challenge myself, which is, Harry Potter has a lot of, narrative problems I don't care for, so I'm not as into it as I used to be.
Sure.
But the big one being, the Chosen One narrative.
Yeah.
So they literally built Chosen One, the sport. Which is if you catch this thing, we win. I'm then what's the point of everybody else?
Yes, because wood's really attractive. But anyway.
But,
you'd make a fair beater.
Yeah. So I kept playing the game with challenges I'm going to let the other team catch the Quidditch. I just want to be so ahead that they catch the snitch and it doesn't matter. Which I did.
So the rule isn't you catch the snitch, you win. The rule is you catch the snitch and you get enough points to where you pretty much win anyway.
The snitch... So throwing the ball through one of the rings is 10 points. Catching the golden snitch is 150.
Okay, so if you get 15 goals...
so if you have a 16 lead and they catch the snitch, you win.
Okay. So. Is the game over when the snitch is caught?
Yeah, Michael, it's got a bunch of, high contrast. It's very Okami with its outlines in Mario Strikers.
Oh, yeah.
Very bold black outlines. I really like it. I really like the style.
It's definitely different than anything else they do.
That's one of the ones Kelly really wants to cosplay. Is, Daisy's version from that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so...
She should do Daisy's version from Mario Land. Just be a bunch of squares.
There you go. We almost bought someone was selling it just on a thing. We almost bought a Samus suit that's her 16-bit version. You stand to the side, you walk around and stuff, and we thought that was pretty cool. It wasn't expensive either.
Yeah, stuff like that, the people who make Transformer suits out of cardboard boxes that actually work.
Yes,
those are so nuts.
I'm looking at.
What do you want?
I found a tutorial for a couple of Megazords. I'd definitely be tempted to do that.
Oh shit! I cast it again. I didn't mean to. If you hold all 3 reel buttons at the same time, it reels really, really fast.
Oh, really fast. What if they made a real movie about movie reels and fishing? You call it the real story.
Shut the fuck up! What are you, me?
Me! Oh, shit.
They could have Real Big Fish do the soundtrack.
Can you catch a turtle?
No, you can't.
Oh.
I saw that in broken English on Steam. It was like, can you fish turtle? For some reason, it made me laugh.
I used to go to a camp called Camp Ichthus. It was called that because, you know, the Jesus symbol's a fish.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like going to be a camp where you fish a lot.
It was fucking awesome because most of the day you got to do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
And your parents gave me money and I just spent it all on candy.
Why did my parents give you money?
Because they like me better.
Okay.
But
I got to go to camp only one time, and it was because I earned it. My parents were too busy sending Harrison to camp, to candy camp.
So at candy camp, we got to...
And Brett's parent-funded candy camp.
I did have to wear a shirt that said Elliot on. It was like a sponsorship. It was really weird. But...
They said I had to pretend to be you. So I just drooled and wet myself at least once a day.
I stalk awkwardly to girls. But I went... so it was pretty fun. You like had to pick certain activities on, and there was like a puppeteering thing. There was a clown part of it.
Okay.
A bunch of other stuff. One of the ones I really liked was fishing. But we ended up calling it turtling because literally only 2 fish were caught. Everyone else caught turtles.
Yeah.
It
is very easy to catch turtles in real life when you're fishing for bass.
Yeah, it's so it was interesting. It was fun though, because you know, just catch and release. It's fun with a little turtle.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to hurt them too bad, so.
Yeah, I mean,
because I was real sensitive as a kid, so if I like thought I like severely injured something like a turtle, I wouldn't care about a fish.
Yeah,
but,
I had to yank a hook out of a turtle's beak once or twice. It always felt pretty bad. There was once that my dad and I went fishing on a lake. City over or so, and we caught a goose.
No.
And it was hooked through its tooth.
Oh no!
No,
oh god,
tooth.
that's terrifying.
Why did I say tooth? Its tongue. It was hooked through its tongue.
Well, geese have serrated beaks, so they do kind of have teeth.
Well, it was not hooked through its tooth.
Okay.
It was hooked through its tongue.
Yeah.
And when we released it, it was like it's red all over its mouth and its downy feathers, and we called it the bloody duckling.
Well, geese are dicks, so fuck them.
I thought you were going to argue the taxonomical classification of geese as ducks.
No.
But then you said dicks and totally threw me off.
There he is, Heath Mason. Protagonist of Silent Hill Bass Fishing.
Silent Hill Bass Fishing. Oh, boy. Okay, so I got one more stage in this. I figure I'll finish the first part of this tournament.
Yeah.
Well,
how many parts are there?
There's 5 parts of the first tournament, but there's like 6 tournaments, and some of them are 1 stage, some of them are 3 stages. I think only the first one is 5 stages.
Okay.
But once I finish this, maybe we could shift gears and play a different fishing game.
Yeah, let's pop in booby. Salt fishing.
We'll do the good one, and then we'll lead in to booby fish.
I was a kid one time. I threw a catfish back and pushed back, and a dog immediately just reached over and just fill it, and one swoop ripped off all the skin off. Jesus Christ, duck!
Christ!
Oh, Jesus! That's pretty
Wait,
metal.
a duck just
a
like
duck?
degloved a catfish?
Yeah.
That's nuts. Why?
Holy crap.
The mythical carnivorous mallard.
S.E. Henston's booby fish.
Shut up! What were we talking about with S.E. Hinton?
Sega Bass Fisher for Smash. We were just talking about how that'd be a good Smash stage.
For sure. You could use the same fishing rod attack that the villager
Seriously, though, take out like half of the fucking anime swordsmen and put in something interesting, please.
Yeah, or just make them all me costumes.
I'm not gonna fucking whine about 80 characters.
Yeah. That's what I wish they would do with Mario Kart.
Yes,
I wish they'd be like the Mario Kart driver's pass and put all sorts of new... I mean, they're doing it with the tracks, basically, exactly what I want.
I think that's what's going to happen with 9.
Well, it's weird that they'd even bother to make 9 when they've just kind of put all this into 8.
No, I think they're going to do 9 on their next console.
I'd be amazed if they made another console.
They probably will. It'll be like the Switch Up or something.
The Switch Up. That works.
Yeah, with all these new tracks, first off, 48 tracks for $24 is not bad.
Yeah, 50 cents a track.
Yeah, I'd pay that. Especially since they're going to have
I'd pay that in
tracks.
Microsoft points.
It's true, actually. Because I have so much money just from registering my games.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You could do it with coins.
Yeah. But, I'm excited they're going to have Mario Kart World Tour tracks from the mobile game.
Oh.
Because that's a bunch of stuff we didn't have before.
Yeah, and basically for most people, they're brand new. Because I never played that. I downloaded it once and I just never played it.
I played it a little bit.
Games are stupid.
Cell phone games are stupid. I play a couple, I think I played
Alright, that works.
a Disney matching game, but it actually gives me emojis. And that's exclusively how me and my wife flirt now.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a Disney emoji game, but if you, like, earn the emoji in the game, it's on your phone forever.
If you earn the emoji in the game, you die in real life.
If you earn the emoji in the game, you will become the emoji for real. They said the Switch is exactly halfway through its life cycle. Well, that's good. I'm liking the Switch.
I love the Switch. It makes me wonder if they're going to come out with another variation on the console, because I have the OLED, which I love.
It was a mallard. No idea why. Oh, mallards are assholes also.
Yeah, like I said, it's the carnivorous mallard.
Does anyone here remember PB&J Otter?
Did you say a member of?
No, remember.
Like you got your jacket and your card?
I did, but maybe it's because I had a younger brother. But my brother Nate used to watch PB&J Otter on Playhouse Disney all the time. But they're like in-universe superhero was called Mallard Man.
Okay.
It was this big buff superhero. So every time you hear the word mallard, I think of a superhero duck.
I'm trying to remember. The word mallard with an English accent is in my... Mallard.
A mallard?
I don't know why it's in my head, but I heard...
Sounds like a cheap cookie.
Would
Would you like a mallard?
Well, it's the new shape from Chessmen.
Are you sure it's not an Irishman in distress? Oh, mallard.
Oh, mallard. He's just praying to a duck.
Okay, I think Carl remembers PB&J Otter and Mallard Man. Yeah, Mallard Man and Bucky the Space Beaver. Those were the superheroes.
Yeah, Carl the other day told me that he watched Crashbox growing up, and I was like, you are fucking kidding
Fuck
me.
is Crashbox?
You don't remember Crashbox?
No.
Crashbox was on HBO.
I never had HBO.
It's an edutainment, like, claymation variety
cool.
show. But, like, at the Super Bowl party the other night, everybody remembered Crashbox, and I absolutely cracked Carl up. Making fun of one of the segments that you wouldn't get, so I won't go into it. But
do you remember?
It is on HBO Max.
I think it was at the end of, and this might have been only a problem to Noonan kids, but at the end of Fox Kids' life cycle when it was the Fox Box, which I could never watch because it moved from Saturdays to Sundays, and we were always at church.
Okay.
There was a show called, it was on WB or Fox Box, and it was called Dinozords.
That just sounds too close to not be legally allowable.
Yeah.
To many things.
It was just a shitty. So it was weird. It was based off it was just a dub of an anime.
Yeah.
But all the Dinozords were like cell shade 3D, and then everything else was in traditional like cell animation.
That's
It
weird.
was fucking bizarre, and sometimes I feel like I made
Transformers
it up.
Armada or Zoids?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Man,
No, I don't remember it, but
I'm always feeling rejected by my fellow millennials because I never got into. Oh my god.
well, it's okay. We got 2 more segments, and I won the first 4 stages.
Oh, okay.
And I only have to catch 31 pounds or more total-ish, so...
I always feel left out amongst my fellow millennials because I did not get into Zoids at all.
Me neither.
I didn't like the CG transition.
Me
I
neither.
didn't like the whiny main character. No hot chick with huge tits. I just had nothing.
Yeah, I know nothing about Zoids, except that I knew a lot of people who liked them.
Yeah. Like Christian Hammond.
Right, yeah, that's...
She liked a Zoid.
She was super into the Zoids.
Grant, she's a little younger than us.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
maybe it was like a couple years behind us. Like I'm sure Heather Easter, who's like a freshman when we were juniors.
Should we be just throwing out everybody's full names?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean...
Brett, edit this.
It's a stream.
Okay, Brett, leave this in.
I don't really care personally. I can't speak for anybody else, but like, I was watching a thing today, which again I don't care if the channel ever grows. If it's just me hanging out with friends, that's fine.
Yeah.
But somebody was like, "Don't ever use your full name. Don't ever do this. Don't ever do that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, name and address. That's Anybody can find that.
It's true.
Like,
it's public information.
All you have to do is look. But, yeah,
Oksana
hopefully they
says
don't
Zoids
mind.
was dark. So, of course, Oksana's seen it, but Oksana likes big things. Big, giant robots and critters fighting each other.
And cocks.
What I... Jesus. What I... One I really liked that no one else seems to remember was Metabots.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, I think you'd like it, actually. It's really good. It's about... it's your typical, like, early 2000s kids show.
You clip it, Michael.
Or anime.
We're busy making
Art.
things. Also, I don't know what you're asking us to clip.
Hey, Michael, speaking of clipping, let me know how my editing is going on Pretty Guardian podcast. I got 2 new episodes
got
up.
the new ones up. I saw the notifications.
Yeah.
I need to borrow Kelly's box set again now that my rippiness is working and rip all of them. Not only so that I can watch along, but also for her inevitable next birthday party.
Yes. I think we can find something else to watch by then. It's just she never thinks about it before it comes on.
Sure.
Before it comes around.
And you know, I have to move all of the AV stuff soon, so I might as well just
cool.
put a DVD player in the stack. Well, there's gonna be the 360, so that'll work.
Okay, cool.
It was just in the basement. We were playing Rock Band with it last time. That's why it didn't work.
Oh, no pressure, Michael. I know you just moved and everything. I was just saying. I'm also trying to get more people in to just listen to it.
Yeah.
We found someone that can fill Michael's role. His name is John Holder. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's his first and last name.
He lives in Jonesboro. He works at... No.
His address is, and his routing number.
His credit card information is as follows.
Yeah, nobody can replace Michael. But John will be a good time on the show.
No one can replace Michael. Michael's got such quick wit.
No.
He's a good one. I definitely want to have an episode. We're getting close to the episode where we want Joe on the show.
Yeah.
Because there's one she'd definitely like. And of course, we like having you on the show. I definitely want Oksana on for an episode. If we don't get Oksana on for this season, we definitely want Oksana for the live action series.
Yeah.
Which I think you would dig too.
Oh, I thought you meant like the live action episodes of Pretty Guardian.
Yeah.
We're getting face cams.
Yeah, that one.
And under us in the lower thirds, it'll be like, this is my first name, my last name, my home address, my license plate number, my blood type.
But it's so Japanese, I think you'd super dig it.
Yeah, that was the main thing. I was like, this is a bootleg box set. Why won't it rip?
Yeah, that is weird.
But I think they all have some kind of copy protection on them, and I had the thing that breaks that somehow got deleted or misplaced or uninstalled, and that was what was wrong with my handbrake. So.
We'd rather like you. Well, you can have it, but we'd also rather watch it with you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to come back and do another episode, but I like to have it here, so A, so I can get more into it at my own pace, B,
oh, for sure,
for birthday, and C.
Oh yeah, for that you can just like watch at your own pace, like
right.
Especially we're catching up on episodes and stuff like that.
Right.
Because Sailor Moon is sincerely good. It definitely deserves all the hype it gets. Certain things age bad, certain things age well, but Sailor Moon's good.
Yeah,
it's like a never-ending Saiyan arc.
I see Sailor Moon kind of like the way that Kiss does their business. Like,
yeah, for sure.
They hardly make music, but everybody loves all their merchandising. But they are good designs, and when you do watch the source material, it's good.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to step up my game a little bit here. I got one segment left, and I want to get first in all of them. I definitely don't have to.
Get your head in the game.
But I'd like to.
You're gonna let E. Herbert treat you like that?
I think it's A Bear.
Oh.
But whatever.
A Bear?
Yeah, I had a teacher whose name was Mr. A Bear.
Oh yeah?
Everybody always thought it was Herbert, but it's not.
Were you there that sleepover when me and the Rodriguezes watched Office Space?
No, I don't think so, but I showed Joanna that movie the other day, and she loved it.
The freaking, when we watched it originally, it was freshman year, and it was the guy that gets fired, the in-between, the guy that works with human resources and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, he was Barfield when we were watching
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's funny.
We're like, it looks just like Mr. Barfield.
He's a lot more likable than Mr. Barfield.
I think Mr. Barfield's just old. He should have retired like 6 years before he taught us.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those just clocked out, checked out teachers.
Slow down, Tom. I'm just being facetious.
I was going to say, that's his first name and his last name and his occupation, but he's probably dead.
Probably is. Real depressing.
I don't I don't want to wish that on him, but he was
Hey, Brett, that was 18
terrifically
years
old.
ago.
Shut up. Just quit.
Our friendship's old enough to go to war and die for the country.
What country does our friendship hail from? I guess this one.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. This'll even the odds.
Well, depending on the things you and I like, it's probably Italy or Japan. But
Yeah.
we're both Italian, but we both really like weeby shit.
It's from here.
Yeah.
It grew up here. That's a big old fish.
Oksana says he cried once. Barfield, did he? Were you in that class with us, Oksana? I don't remember. It was 18 years ago.
I just remember Louise coming into that class and her having the biggest titties I had ever seen on any high schooler when I was in high school, and totally freaking out and simping over her for the next year or two, and it never going anywhere.
I was in high school when I went to that private school. It was a private Catholic school, so
Yeah,
tall stockings, skirts.
sure.
And there was one, of course, because there was one Hispanic chick, and she was so hot.
Yeah, it's like what
She
is
was
it with
so mean.
what is it with Christian children and teenage institutions dressing up ladies so that they're
I don't know.
so accentuated? I mean, between Catholic high schools and Chick-fil-A, I mean,
it's just button up the shirt, and if you wear it tucked in or not, the boobs are still apparent. If
Yeah.
you got a nice shirt fabric boob cliff, or you got just tucked in and contoured all parts of the body, and you're just like, okay. Yeah, everyone in that school was fucking.
speaking of which, my
So
middle school ring should
Oksana
be in
wasn't
any
there.
day now. Hopefully,
your middle school ring?
I didn't tell you about that.
You were in a middle school ring?
No. In middle school, they offered them. They were doing like Balfour order forms for class rings.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, I want one of these. It's so cool. It's just like your standard class ring design, but like under the jewel, there was an imprint of a knight that was so cool. And I was like, oh, I really want this. And Mom was like, that's ridiculous. Nobody wears a middle school class ring. I'm not paying $150. You're just going to lose it. You'll get one in high school if you really want one. And then I hated high school. I loved the people I met in high school.
I agree.
But I'm apparently one of the extremely small minority that enjoyed the hell out of middle school.
I had fun in middle school.
And for years, like literally ever since then, I've been like, man, I wish I got a middle school ring. And I got a bonus a few months ago, and I ordered one.
That's awesome.
So it should be in. It should be in between now and next week, but I haven't gotten tracking, and they're just like, oh, it's 4 to 6 weeks.
Middle school is like the perfect time to be a kid. You're old enough to like want to do cool stuff with your friends and stuff like that.
Yes.
Your personality is starting to develop.
Yeah.
And for us, it was a great era, the PS2 /
Yeah.
GameCube era.
A lot of good games out.
Yeah,
a lot of
good time to hang
entertainment
out.
venue. Like a lot of places to go, because now everybody just sits at home. But we used to ride our bikes up to Laserworks.
Oh my God, Laserworks was dope, dude.
Yeah, the
Blockbuster was still a thing.
Yes.
Me
Walk
and,
walk out to the movie theater.
I'm sorry you had a bad time in middle school, Oksana. Because you weren't partying with us.
Yeah, we didn't know you.
Me and my friend Alex, we used to like go to Blockbuster all the time. He lived up in Kedron,
Yeah.
so we'd go to the Kedron Blockbuster, and they had just full seasons of anime.
Sure.
And we used to just marathon whole seasons. Like the one that comes to mind immediately is the Record of Lodoss War.
I remember, speaking of Record of Lodoss, I remember Marcus playing that on Dreamcast, and we would watch, that was when we got into Initial D.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Speaking of Record of Lodoss War, I don't know how I didn't know this. Apparently, it was based off a Dungeons and Dragons quest that was played in Japan,
I believe it.
and that's why so many characters like drop in and come out and stuff like that because people couldn't play that day.
Yeah, I know nothing about it, but it makes sense even with the title, The Record of Lodoss
Yeah.
War.
One thing I do like about you see a lot of this if you watch a certain type of anime, but I love how the Japanese design elves.
Yeah.
I like the really long ears as opposed to just little pointy things and
Sure.
stuff like that. I like how dark elves are literally just dark-skinned people.
Yeah,
Instead of like some weird alternate race thing.
I guess.
But there's a lot of elves if you watch a particular type of anime.
Victory for Heath.
Heath did it! Look at those
Congratulations,
big,
you are the
bodacious bass.
SBFA Professional Tournament Stage winner.
You get to go to Kentucky!
Okay.
I don't know. Seems like where a fisherman wants on vacation. I don't fucking know.
Is there lake fishing in Kentucky? I guess there probably is.
Have you watched Belle yet?
What?
It's the newest Animo movie. It's from the same director who did like Summer Wars and The Girl Who Lived Through Time. And
I haven't
like
watched any of those 3 things.
Oh, those are very good. But one of the characters in this movie he's literally just a kayaker, and it's awesome.
Okay.
He like tries to start a kayak club at his school. He's the only one that's in it.
Wow, I feel like I could relate to that.
Yeah.
All right, well, I won the tournament. I'm gonna take a pee, and we'll switch fishing games. I'll update the stream information. I'm just gonna leave it going though, but it might be quiet for a second while we do that.
Hello.
Or it might be Harrison talking to you.
All right, he's out of earshot. What do we really think about Brett? It's okay. I'll delete what you say from the chat. Just let me know. Put out all the skank now. I know Michael's got some stuff. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he absolutely does, Michael. It's pretty bad. He was doing it now. He made nachos out of Dorito chips like some kind of heathen. Like there wasn't enough freaking cheese on it. He also didn't know how to make taco meat. What a freak. Brian Bacon in there, yeah. Yeah, oh shit, he's back.
What?
Stop talking, he's back. Say something really cool.
Okay. So I'm gonna update screen information, salt, water, sports, fishing.
Now that one will be cool because it's got a hammerhead shark. That's my favorite shark.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get to the stage where we get that.
Hey chat, what's everyone's favorite shark? Mine's the hammerhead.
Oh, good call. Good question. I'm going to both say mine and guess Ox's at the same time with Goblin Shark.
Oh, goblin sharks are cool.
I love any weird like deep water shark like the Greenland shark.
Yeah. Yeah. I back in Mexico, when I was a little kid, I got to hold a sand shark. That was pretty cool.
Did I ever tell you the story about how I ruined my 18th birthday present?
No.
So I was dating Lauren at the time.
Yes.
And it was my 18th birthday, and my mom was like, you know, we'll get you a pretty substantial present because it's going to be your 18th.
Yeah.
And I wanted this Nixon watch. It was called the Dictator.
Oksana says Goblin and Thresher, so
Yeah, Thresher's a good one.
Thresher's cool.
But this watch was called the Dictator,
Okay.
and it looked like an old-timey answering machine. The top of it was like a speaker grill, and it had like a red, low-res LED display, and really cool.
I always thought a dictator was a really mean potato.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway,
Go on.
so my folks got me this watch, and you could record your own hourly chime and alarm on it
Sick.
with like the speaker microphone thing.
Yeah.
So it was super cool, and I loved it. And Lauren was like, you know what we're going to do for your birthday is they're showing Jaws at
sick.
Centennial Olympic Park.
Oh, shit.
We'll go see that. You'll love it. It's like your favorite movie. And then we'll go to the Coke World.
Yes.
And we'll go to the aquarium. So we saw the movie. It was amazing. We had a great time at the Coke World. The aquarium was like brand new. I had never been before.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we they have those touch tanks in the front.
Yeah.
Where you can like pet sharks and raise and stuff. And there is a picture of me being like childlike ecstatic, so happy, like, oh my god, I'm petting a shark, and my hand and wrist is completely submerged. And that $300 watch was ruined.
Oh, no.
I had received it perhaps a week ahead of that.
Oh,
There is a picture from that exact moment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, this worked out pretty easy. I thought I'd have to switch over a bunch of stuff. Do we got picture, chat? We should.
Can everyone see the PlayStation logo?
I'm going to go check
Oh,
it
it's gone now.
on our monitor here. Make sure everything's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay, I need to correct the aspect ratio because, hello, my name's Brett Elliott. Okay, so other settings.
Michael says, yeah, it's good.
Screen mode, normal. That's what you do if you want to play your PlayStation game in the proper aspect ratio, everybody. So, this is saltwater sport fishing.
All right.
Yeah, this game rules. When you compare it to Sega Bass Fishing, it looks kind of crappy. But the music is insane, starting with this like Metallica-ass intro theme.
I would love to go deep sea fishing.
Me too. I've always wanted to go.
You're right, this is good. All right.
So we'll do arcade.
Yeah.
That is my name.
Don't wear it out.
And we go to the first stage.
Well, yeah.
And I guess I'll just do this until I lose. It's pretty easy to keep going. But I usually make it like 4 or 5 stages in or something.
Okay. Oh,
so
wow.
you can fish from here, but you can also zoom in.
Oh!
And this is the tuna theme.
Yeah.
It rules.
Like a tuna. It's like a lost fucking Vector Man stage.
It does sound kind of Vector Man-ish.
Have you ever seen like a live tuna get caught? It's nuts.
I mean, I did not know they were this gigantic until I played this game.
Me and Kelly, but her mom lives in Pensacola. Her mom, which full name is Marianne Louise Allen.
Okay.
That's not right.
Mary.
Marianne, Mary. There's Joe Patty's down there, so we went to go get some fresh fish, and we just saw them slap a tuna on the table and start the process.
Slap?
They did. They picked up this big ass tuna and slammed it on the table.
Slap is definitely an appropriate verb for what you do with a dead fish.
Yeah, you slap it on a table.
It makes me wonder, like, what's the difference between canned tuna and like sashimi tuna? Like, I know you got yellowtail and you got the rest.
God, yellowtail's delicious.
But it just makes me wonder, like, how many cans of tuna do you get out of one tuna? It has to be an astronomical amount.
And tuna, there's a reason they call it the chicken of the sea, because their meat's just so similar.
Yeah. It's funny, though, that, like, you know, when your mom would make tuna salad, if your mom ever made tuna salad, did she refer to it as tuna fish?
Yes.
So, as hilarious and redundant as saying it's tuna fish is,
yes,
I think that just all things you add mayonnaise to make it a salad should be like that.
Yeah.
So, like, when you make chicken salad, it should be called chicken bird.
Chicken bird. That was one of the things we were talking about earlier. I didn't care for tuna growing up because I'm like, oh, that looks gross.
Pro tip, saltwater sport fishing, reel your line up to about 60 yards to shorten the fight.
1 second.
But yeah, chicken bird would be funny. I didn't try chicken salad for ages.
Hello?
Harry got a phone call. So I'm going to... Yeah, here he goes. Here's your line shot, Michael.
Warranty expired.
Oh, no, your expired warranty.
Oh, thank God they called.
That absolutely warranted you leaving the street.
Well, I always got to keep my line open because I don't know if anyone's ever calling about a movie or something.
For sure, for sure.
I got my first set of credits, though. The first movie I worked on came out.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm credited in the big black box towards the end.
Oh, my goodness.
It says, Harrison Slagle helped make this movie. Hey, he's hooked.
I wanted to catch something other than the tuna so we can hear more themes.
Yeah. The fish look really good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Dreamcast, so it's not going to look as good as Dreamcast, but it's pretty good. And the first time I got this game, I did not know how to fight the fish, so it just absolutely infuriated me. But once I got it figured out, definitely one of my favorite
Oksana
fishing
says XD because the warranty tried to get me.
XD is short for expired warranty. Just expired, not warranty.
X car, X drive.
I love refuting people like that. Joe got a call the other day from one of those telemarketers, and it was like, would you like to speak to a supervisor? She was like, absolutely. And they were like, hey, how's it going? We just want to get your account set up. Can I have your name? And, like, I think she gave a BS name.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were like, okay, can we have your social security number? And she's like, okay, it's 1111111. And the guy was like, fuck you, bitch. And
yeah, that's awesome. Listen, man, I understand you gotta live or whatever, but data mining's fucking fucked up.
It makes me wonder how they even turned that into money, and I don't even want to know because I'm sure it's scary.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Just selling your shit to appetizers.
I guess.
There's some big, like, algorithmic style. Yes.
Marlin.
Yeah, there's a big algorithmic Marlin out there just fucking...
Just zipping around the ocean, doxing everybody.
And he's making millions.
He's a fish full of dollars.
Oh, that's my favorite.
That's a small marlin.
Oh, hell yeah.
You hear the marlin music a lot because you catch a lot of marlin. And there's like 4 species of marlin in this game, and they all have the same theme.
That almost started, like, right around.
It starts like the tuna theme.
Yeah. This is all Vector Man music. I'm loving it.
I really wish I could figure out, because I'm convinced after that coincidence with Rampage that it has to be
Maybe.
like a specific like royalty free or licensable music CD, and I wish I had it.
Yeah.
And I would just write on it saltwater sport fishing soundtrack and music inspired by. Yeah, that's pretty small.
It's got a very... Something about this air has very satisfying water sound. It's fake as shit, but I fucking love it.
Alright, I'm going to try and maybe get a mahi-mahi or a wahoo.
Wahoo! Wahoo's delicious.
Or a barracuda.
How about an ahi? Get some ahi tuna?
You stay away from it, Marlin. You'll snap it in a second. Alright. I think that's a wahoo.
Wahoo!
Now, that'll be a grand slam, right? It's 3 different species of fish? Or is it 4? Because I guess a grand slam is 4 runs.
Grand slam is a dish at Denny's.
Also that. But I bet you it has sausage, eggs, toast, and 4th thing.
Yeah, probably.
The music isn't too loud, is it?
Yeah, let us know if we need a balanced sound.
Yeah, I turned it up because this game has such amazing music.
132 pounds. Jesus.
All right, now I'm going to try to catch the mahi-mahi, and I think there's a 5th. Yeah, I just caught a wahoo. I got a lot of time left. No, not you.
But I want it.
I had to put on really light line so that...
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, so there...
Line shy. It's line shy, Michael. Look, line shy.
Yeah, you were getting a call about your warranty when that first happened.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't say anything, so...
Can I catch him on this light-ass line? Maybe I can. I'm going to challenge myself to bring this tuna in on some 30-pound test. It's funny, the little progress bar at the top. Like, the top thing, obviously, is the tension. But the red below that is, like, how much line you've reeled in. But if they pull out line, it doesn't get longer.
Yeah.
And if you reel in before they bite, I don't think it gets shorter. So it's like, you're making progress, but it's not super accurate. Woo! Let's do the rest of this one from up here. It's a little bit more boring, but it's cool when they jump.
Oh, okay. They breach.
Yeah.
Remember when Shark Week was cool and not just a bunch of speculative fiction?
For me, it still is, because they just have it all on VHS.
Ah, well... I mean, new Shark Week. Hey, look.
Yeah, I saw Tiffany Haddish does Shark Week, and I'm like, I'm not interested. And then Jackass Shark Week. I was so excited for that, but it was terrible.
So, all my fellow millennials can shoot me. Speaking of things coming back and people I don't care about is, was everyone excited about G4? We just have that on YouTube now.
Somebody mentioned G4 to me the other day. I was like, is G4 still a thing?
It's coming back?
Or is it a thing again?
But why would you want to watch something like X-Play when that's all YouTube is?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, the cool thing about it initially was, like,
Adam
there's...
Sessler?
Not particularly. He always looked kind of methy to me.
But that's exactly my point. Because,
yeah,
back then there wasn't a video game show you
yeah,
could
there's
just watch.
like, I can't watch... there's a TV channel and it's all about video games? Absolutely, that's going to be amazing. But now it's like an entire internet out there full of that.
Uh-huh. Because I'd watch... And I did find some games I really liked in high school from X-Play. I'm like, oh, that looks neat.
Yeah. I really liked...
Nathan Drake leaps off the screen.
I really liked Icons and Cinematech.
Yeah.
I
never watched Attack of the Show.
I watched it a couple times. I really liked when they would do DVD Day and talk about all the new DVDs that were coming out.
Woo! That was awesome. How big is that?
1,078 pounds. 10 feet, 8 inches.
Me too.
I'll put that one on my wall as well.
As whale?
As whale. I'll tell everybody, this is a whale. This is a song about a whale. No! It's me, Stinky Whistleteeth.
All the beautiful creatures. They don't know they're ugly.
They don't know they're ugly.
That's very funny. A fly marrying a bumblebee.
I'm fucking dying. Oh my god. When I hang out with Harrison is the only time that somebody remembers more of a stupid thing than I do. It's very funny. A fly marrying a bumblebee. I told you I'd shoot!
Why didn't you believe me?
But you didn't believe me! Why didn't you believe me?
No. This is a song about being happy.
I am crying. There are tears coming out of my eyes. Sailfish!
Hell yeah.
It's the Sailfish theme is the music that my dad would put on the radio when he was building something.
We call it Tim Allen core rock. Oh, shit.
Hold flashlight, boy.
Yep. I helped.
I helped!
All the Pinewood Derby is the contest to see whose dad mounts the best piece of wood.
My dad did not do a good job. He put a lot of thought into it. He cut out parts above the wheels to make it more aerodynamic and all that kind of shit. He put a lot of thought into it, but we did not win.
So what my old man would do is give us the piece of wood and we draw the outline of what we want our car to look like.
I thought you said mild man.
Yes.
Like the world's most boring superhero.
Mild man.
I'll help you build a
Ironically,
car,
his name is Tad Strange.
Okay.
He's a tad mild. No.
Oh, I like it. All right.
Man. That sounds like an offshoot of the E1M mode music. It does, actually, yeah.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's a fun thought, I guess. I don't even know what kind
I
of
think
fish
you could
this is.
insert that into Doom Episode 1 somewhere.
Chat, Ox specifically, name the fish before I get it in. I don't remember this one. I think it might be a snook.
It's just blues after all.
I guess. Wait, E1M1 is blues?
My old man actually melted the metal, and he'd drill holes in and put it in that way.
It is a snook. Did anybody get that it was a snook?
No. Snook got cut in half by Kylo Ren.
Oh, right. This is the prequel where I pulled him out of the water.
That's how Palpatine bet him in a test tube.
Is this another snook or is this something? This is something else. It's got a
Yeah, it
kick-ass
is.
name.
That thing looks delicious.
Have you ever had carp?
Yeah.
I've heard it's terrible.
It wasn't great,
My dad used to have this joke, and he was
but I like the sauce they served on it.
he was like, the way you prepare a carp is first you catch the carp,
Yeah.
then you take a hammer, a nail, and a 2x4, and you nail through its eye, you nail it to the board. Then you take the hammer, you mash it up into a fine paste, you scrape it off, and then you eat the board. Damn it, I lost the tasty fish.
Michael says, yeah, it's literally 12-bar blues form.
Wow.
Cool.
I was going to say, from a music theory standpoint, I guess I can believe it, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Mahi mahi.
No, I don't know either. The only instruments I know how to play are the bass guitar, the ukulele, and then I'm learning the ocarina now. It's a fun little instrument. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun.
It's a step above the kazoo.
Oh, step up the
In
recorder.
complexity.
It's like recorder than ocarina.
I think it's in the same area that
You think so?
it might be.
It sounds better than a fucking recorder.
It does. It's like the recorder is ashamed to sound the way it does, but the ocarina is like, fuck yeah, I'm an ocarina.
Yeah, I'm a finicky little instrument. Which Japan really likes an ocarina. Because in Harvest Moon and a bunch of other games, you always play an ocarina.
Yeah, of course we all think of
Yes.
Ocarina of Time, but apparently it's in other things too.
I also think of another Zelda one has one of my favorites, The Link's Awakening. You get an ocarina in that.
It's saltwater sport fishing. It should be in the stream information. Tell me that uploaded, please.
Just says Ken Griffey Jr. Pro fishing.
Like the description changed, but nothing else did.
That's what you should name all your things. Just Ken Griffey Jr. Racing, Ken Griffey Jr. Fishing.
I'll grab this. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to catch this tasty fish and figure out what it is. It's a striped finman.
Look at Oksana, she's like, Rampage!
Yeah, it was Ox who was like, this is from Rampage. Jeez, the striped finman is dipping down to the Twilight Zone.
Me and James sat down and played. Is World Tour the 64 one?
Yes, it was also on PlayStation.
We sat down and played it, and man,
And
I
worked
got
with
bored real
multitask.
quick.
Yeah?
Well, we just got like 50 levels. I'm like, what's new? What do we do?
Yeah. Joe likes it a lot, but I find that with a lot of American arcade games, there's just not enough variety to
I
keep
like
you
it.
hooked.
I just thought you eventually went to space or something. I guess you do, like, way later.
Yeah. It's just
I
a little-
loved the arcade game as a kid, and I used to rent it a lot, but I guess I guess I never played it enough to be annoyed.
It's a cobia.
I guess was amused enough by eating people and shit.
Okay, good. Saltwater sport fishing is the name of the game. It's not just something I put in there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Level 3. South Africa.
Shoot until you miss.
Round the Horn.
That's where the white people live in Africa.
Yes, it is. The last bastion of apartheid. Thank God. That is sarcasm.
Yes.
Moving on.
Barracudas are cool.
Was
Was it a fucking barracuda
could have
in
been.
Sword in the Stone? It
It's,
sure looked like one.
it did look like a barracuda. Hey, yellowtail tuna.
But I don't think there's a freshwater barracuda.
There might be.
Oksana, is there a freshwater barracuda?
Yeah, because it was definitely a lake. Maybe we could ask Jeremy Wade, like, is it in the brackish and it's terrorizing King Arthur and Sir Kay?
Sir Kay didn't give a fuck about the barracuda.
What?
We watched that movie a couple days ago.
I love that movie.
I do too. I think it's cool. It's got a cool, very chill atmosphere.
It does. It's one of those pieces of animation like Land Before Time where it lasts way longer than you think it does. But unlike Land Before Time, for me personally anyway, I know it has its fans.
Then Land Before Time's a masterpiece.
I don't like it. I'm like, when is this going to
Very
be over?
sad.
Maybe
Go
I
on.
should watch it again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Curious to know what Ox thinks about Land Before Time. It definitely being one of those things that was like, wow, Jurassic Park was successful. Let's make more dinosaur things.
Land Before Time came out before.
I was going to say, did the first one come out before? Because
Yes.
I bet you a lot of the sequels.
A lot of sequels came out because just that's what they did.
Yeah. I mean, but like,
There's
Land
14
Before,
of those shits.
I was going to say, Land Before Time is like a porn series. There's so many sequels.
Yeah, for sure. He says probably a pike, what you have now. Or she says, I'm sorry.
It definitely could have been a pike, yeah. Pike are pretty scary freshwater fangly fish.
Yeah.
I wish Zach was in here because he would know why I said fangly fish.
Golly.
He and I were talking about how Homestar Runner have absolutely ruined our vocabulary.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Just the way y'all talk. A lot of Newground shows ruin certain words for me, so it's fine.
Yeah, Homestar Runner might as well have a freaking glossary.
Oksana says she loved the first 3 as a kid. Yeah, I watched the first 3 a lot. 2
Are you fucking kidding me? It was 4 feet from the boat and it just got off?
So 2 is the one we had on VHS, Ox, and that was
What a load of
with
crap.
Chopper and all that shit. So we watched that one the most. That's the one with music that gets stuck in my head the most. But I saw 3 a lot, and then for some reason we had the VHS of 2 and 4.
Did the first one even have songs? Swordfish.
Not really. The first one was very moody and atmospheric. It was definitely
Yeah,
Don Bluth.
I was gonna say it was Don Bluth.
Yeah,
I believe it entirely. I just
Don
didn't know.
Bluth at that time with Secret of Nim, Land Before Time, American Tail, and All Dogs Go to Heaven. He was so sick of Disney not making artful movies anymore,
All cats go to hell.
and just a bunch of crap. And so
not a
he made a
Swordfish,
bunch of
Black
moody
Marlin.
movies. So I think you would like watching Land Before Time as an adult.
Maybe.
It is a bummer though.
I just found it very boring as a child.
I don't know. I liked it the same reasons I actually liked Sword in the Stone, which is
Eat it.
something about the animation.
Damn it.
Wow. Something about the animation and the sound clipping was very nice.
Huh.
Like I think, it might be just nostalgia, but
It
I
was just
think
edited well.
I think Sword in the Stone sounds great.
I think so too. Even though it's like, not only was it Xerox era in its animation, but also like I think 3 different kids played Arthur.
No, it was one kid,
and he just hit
went
puberty
through
twice.
Yes, he has initial puberty, and then he came back for recordings.
Yeah.
Like literally, when he gets appointed as Case Swire, he says, "Oh, I'm so excited! I will, sir, I will." And he falls down and does the whoa, which I say all the time.
Oh, what? Whoa!
But when he does whoa, it's his child voice still. Whoa!
I love that movie so much.
I just love the noises. The sounds of
What? Turned you into a human.
Anytime someone calls me or comes to my house on announcement, it's like, "Who goes there?" Because it's just how the guy says it.
Shit. This game may be over prematurely.
Tommy was dope. He was like Tommy Pickles as a T-Rex. They have the same headline, too.
Who?
Tommy Pickles.
As who?
Chopper. The little T-Rex in Land 4 Time 2.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I hated the first one.
Yeah.
And I think I hated it enough, like, your parents will be like, "Oh, he likes that because he watched it."
Oh, you hated it so much.
I hated it so much that they knew.
So my grandparents, well, really my great-grandparents, ran a daycare when I was little.
Yeah.
So we had all the kids' stuff.
Yeah.
And then kids would bring movies from their house, and we'd watch that. So I saw that movie and a bunch of other stuff.
When I was in daycare, I brought Transformers the movie and got in a lot of trouble when they said, "Damn it."
So, my mom used to go to the gym all the time, and there was like a kids center in that.
Yeah.
Until they eventually made a big kids room, which had fucking Bomberman 64. And that
Nice.
was awesome. That was the first Bomberman I ever played, so
Me too.
imagine my surprise when I played Bomberman. I'm like, this isn't an adventure.
It's so funny yeah, same. It's so funny to me that a lot of people were first exposed to Bomberman as Eric and the Floaters.
Okay, apparently something happened similar to Gerald from Hey Arnold. All the kids were replaced except Gerald. Which that makes sense, because Gerald does not sound like a kid halfway through that show.
Well, there was an episode where his voice gets low, and Lou Rawls, as the Meat Man, talks to him about it.
Yep, he was where his tonsils are taken out.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, Michael just brought it up. They did the same thing for the longest time with the Peanuts kids.
Yeah.
They kept going and going, and they didn't change their voice actors for the longest time. They just sound like grown-ass men at one point.
I guess. I mean, it's iconic for sure.
God, I love the Peanuts.
Yeah. I love the Peanuts too. Joe, it's funny. Joe likes jazz for the most part.
Yeah.
But she hates the Linus and Lucy theme because she hears it too much every Christmas.
Oh, that's funny.
Or she did when she worked at PetSmart.
James fucking hates Lucy so much.
Lucy's pretty hateable.
She is, but I don't know. I like her. I like how she's in charge of everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, fuck Charlie Brown. I think he's getting fucking fooled by that shit.
I want to watch the baseball episode again.
Arnold was apparently paid by 3 boys during the show's lifetime. That makes sense. It was pretty seamless.
I had
Maybe
no
I need
idea.
to sit and listen to it.
Yeah, I have the box set, and I really kind of want to watch all of them.
So remember a few years ago when I broke my arm?
Vaguely.
Well, you rode me to work for a while, though. Or you gave me rides to work.
I know what you mean.
For the stream.
Anyway.
I was, when I first got in the wreck, I was staying with my parents because, I couldn't take care of myself.
Right.
And I just watched all of Hey Arnold while I was kind of sick and had pain pills, and it was fucking awesome.
I've never even seen the movie.
Which one?
Either.
So the first movie was
Wow, I had 15 milliseconds left and I landed.
Good job.
And it gave me 60 seconds.
The first film was supposed to be just for TV, and then the Jungle film, which came out a couple of years ago, was meant to be the conclusion of the series and be released in theaters, but it got all mixed up. But they're both pretty good. There's only one problem I have with the new movie. Everything is great, except the characters have smartphones.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
And that's not even a deal breaker, but it's like, okay, we're not in the 90s anymore. This is dumb.
Yeah, I don't like it. I got the feeling from the marketing that they were like, the show ended, 20 years ago. This is for people who watched it when they were kids.
It absolutely is, except for that little bit.
Yeah, why would they put smartphones in it?
There's lots of... They hardly do it. It's like a Rhonda comment.
Yeah.
And they kind of go back on all the characters, because that's the one good thing about Hey Arnold was all the side characters had character development.
For sure. Like you could be like, this is a Stinky episode, and I'd be like, sweet! I love Stinky!
I really liked Rhonda and Harold. They're my favorite out of not the immediate crew.
Right.
And
well, shit, I lose.
It was cool seeing them develop, and then in the movie, some of them are kind of like back to point one. I'm like,
Yeah.
But Hey Arnold's great. It's one of the first scenarios where I realized I identified with a female character, being Helga.
Okay. Well, we're still playing, but we're gonna we're gonna switch to big bass fishing.
Big ass fishing.
Big bass.
Big tits fishing.
Chill out, turning right. Yeah, when he said big tit fishing, I was like, oh, I thought you were talking about this.
Yeah, Michael. The other day, like a month ago, I was super depressed, and I was like, well, just watch something that makes you happy, and that's exactly what I watched. We turned on Helga on the couch. Because she's like, why do you like Harold so much? I'm like, this is why.
Oh, yeah, Helga on the couch, the episode where she goes to therapy.
Yeah. It's very good.
Been forever. It's amazing to me how many episodes of it I haven't seen.
I've seen every episode, just some I remember better than others.
Yeah.
Another really good one is, I can't remember the name of it, but the one where Dino Spumoni fakes his own death.
Okay.
It opens, it sounds goofy, but it opens really good. It opens like with a quiet, like, it shows like the docks, and it's like a slow and stormy night. It's just very chill, and it's playing its jazz music.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it, it was a rainy day at my house, and the mood matched the vibe that was just going on. The temperature was a little low because of the rain. It was really nice. It was good stuff.
Do you remember the day when the snow turned to rain?
Yeah.
I was about to explain what that was from, but then I remembered you just told me you were playing through Shenmue.
So yeah, Hey Arnold was one of the first kids shows to have atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were just reading your comment about the Edward Hopper painting.
It's true. There's a few jokes like that in Hey Arnold. So I don't know if this would translate to you guys, but I always saw Recess as discount Hey Arnold.
Okay.
I really liked that show. It was a similar premise. Just a bunch of friends. Just
And that's
doing kid shit.
I've seen the movie, but not the show.
And it's very well. Then the movie will not tell you this, but the show's very grounded in reality.
Oh, sweet! Oh, new Bill Wirtz video. That doesn't happen often.
So it's just kids hanging out. Yeah, if you ever have a free afternoon, you're bored, go on Disney Plus and watch Recess. I think you'd like it.
Well, I still don't have Disney Plus.
Just steal mine.
We've been talking about that. Okay, so this is the.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, this is Big Bass Fishing.
Big ass fishing.
Which sadly is not the follow-up I was hoping for.
The TM looks like an M&M.
Okay, sure.
Babe. Hey, babe.
Can
you catch some bass for me, babe?
Yeah, this. Hey, look! This is the second draft of Heather. We go from Heath to this Heather.
Yeah, that's oh my god.
Yeah, it's not good.
You weren't kidding.
No, it's not good.
This would have been real hot in 1999.
Another thing that's stupid is every lure works about the same.
Oh,
like it
boo.
doesn't matter if it's a popper. You just reel it.
God, you should have showed. Oh, this looks terrible. Okay, it looks a little better now. We're under the water.
Yeah, it's not so bad once you're actually playing.
Yeah, wait till you hear the sound when a fish gets on the line.
Yeah, here we go.
That needs
It's
to be
like white knuckle.
that needs to be used with like a techno drop or something. Holy
Ridiculous.
shit. Is there any anime about fishing?
There's gotta be.
Right?
Especially because the Japanese love bass fishing.
That's one of the things I've gotten into in the past couple of years is sports anime. Mm-hmm. I love me some sports anime, so I'd love to see a fishing one.
Yeah.
The next time it says pull rod back, be quiet because you need to listen to what she says.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, when I land it, make sure we're quiet so you can hear it too.
Okay.
This game is ridiculous. The gameplay is fun. When you're catching the fish, it's fun. Listen.
In the water, they look so much bigger.
Oh my god.
And then she's gonna be like,
I wish my wife would shake like that.
she doesn't?
No, because I don't think a human can move like that.
Only low poly bitches can move like that. And it's just like so deathly quiet.
Yeah. The bass look great, though.
They look okay.
I think they look pretty good.
You
They're
know,
not as shiny as the deep sea fish, but...
I wonder... Ah!
What's in your Wonder Ball?
Let's see if we can get the pull back the rod thing going.
She's so quiet.
Yeah, it's definitely in the background. When we were playing with Carl, Carl's particularly quiet, so I guess that's why we were able to hear it.
Maybe.
And also, it was like 2 in the morning. We were all like delirious. And like, oh my god, what is this?
Wow, they look, that's a record.
Yeah, I heard you last time. She's like, they're so small. It's the biggest one ever. Yeah, that's 118 feet apparently from the boat. Like,
okay, I feel like 118 feet would fucking hit the shore. Easily.
yeah, like I feel like it would be in the parking lot for the lake.
If I could catch a fucking bird at that point. Hello.
That looks like a slightly different fish. Ah!
Bird!
But yeah, once the fish is on the line, it's fine. And like the lure action part of it is really weak because in saltwater sport fishing you just kind of wait because you're trolling.
Yeah.
In the fishing way, not in the internet way.
God, I'll tell you what. Did Natsumi make River King?
Yes, they did.
I do not know why they didn't put the fishing mechanic into the Harvest
Listen.
Moon games. What'd she say?
She's like, hold it,
Oh, okay.
hold it.
She's really
Can I get a
quiet.
fucking hoe?
Oh.
That's a record.
Yeah. I'm the only person in the world, I'm sure, who was like, oh, Take-Two interactive fishing game. They made saltwater sport fishing. I love that game.
Absolutely. You're
And
the
then-
only person disappointed by this game.
Probably.
Because you compared it to saltwater fishing.
I'm
Did
sure-
this come out before or after?
After.
Oh, that's a real... That's weird.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a Caucasian man in a trailer with a rebel flag hanging up behind him somewhere, and this is his favorite game.
Oh, yeah. He had to find that himself. Speaking of YouTube, speaking of internet videos that ruin my vocabulary.
Everybody, please. I mean, I think most of the people in the stream, but if anybody's watching the VOD and has not seen Deathcore Gamer 120's unboxing of Peach Beach Splash,
Deathcore.
the cringy intro, the horrible camera work, the self-contradicting information, it's a cringe classic. I love it.
Oh, I say it all the time.
I had to find this myself.
I say that shit all
Y'all just trying to ride the coattails of y'all friends. I'm not gonna say those games are trash because I haven't played it. And then he's like, "This game is great. I haven't played it."
It's the best. I can't even stand cringe. That's true, Michael. I don't
Yeah,
think
Michael
you'd be a
hates
cringe
cringe.
viewer.
He loved that
I
video.
love cringe. I love it.
Have you seen that thing where it's like a chihuahua with a sombrero on, and he says, "Uy, cringe."
No, but it sounds.
Joe sent me that one. So funny.
I am subscribed to Ralph the Movie Maker just for fucking cringe. Not Ralph the Movie Maker. Ralph the Movie Maker.
What is it?
I don't remember.
I don't know what that is.
Who's that guy? Let me look it up. Yeah, I think it's Ralph the Movie Maker. He's just this. He's like some kind of European,
In the water. So much. Oh,
and he
all right.
he just does. He doesn't speak English very well.
Yeah.
He says things like "Aubsome."
There's a
He has an
streamer.
Alex the Lion video, and you'd really like it. Alex the Lion?
There's a
What the fuck are you doing in my car?
What the?
I think it says "what the hell," but still.
Jammer Let's try and catch some panfish with the Crimson Creeper.
The Crimson Creeper.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I? Okay, I want the Crimson Creeper.
Eee.
What the heck was I was about to say something. You totally threw me off.
With Alex the Lion.
Alex the Lion.
Alex the Lion.
You know-
what the hell are you doing in my car?
Another thing about this game that I like is you can look around your lure, which is
Oh,
nice.
that's cool.
That's the fish I was looking for. They like the Crimson Creeper apparently. And
Yeah.
along the bottom, occasionally there will be like time bonuses and like super hook and like super line, which is fun. That there are power-ups, but you have almost no control over getting them. Like, I've tried to cast in places where I can get them on purpose, and it just doesn't happen. Shit! I've never fought a panfish like this. Normally when you catch crappie, you just pull the rod up and they're in the boat.
It's pronounced crappie?
No, it's not! But that's how I should say it. It's one of those things like, it's pronounced crappie, but nobody says that because it's dumb.
It is.
Just like how nobody says anime.
Anime.
But everybody says manga, because manga sounds like what the guy who loves this game would call it.
Yes. You got any manga?
You ain't reading them backwards Chinese porn books again, is you?
Because I want to read them.
I'm going to confiscate this because you don't need to see it. I need to see it.
Okay, Logan's going to join us in 10 minutes.
All right, cool. I wonder if we'll still be fishing.
Maybe.
What I was going to say was, I'm going to play this one till I lose, too.
Yeah, of course.
But in the mailbox might be not Sega Bass Fishing.
Oh, really?
Which, it's a game called It's called Procast Fishing Game.
Oh, okay.
And it's for the original Xbox. And it has cover art that I like, and it's trying to be Sega Bass Fishing, but isn't.
Oh boy.
But I bought a copy, and the disc was all scratched up. Nice art and everything, and the seller was really cool. She refunded me half of it so I could buy a new disc, but that's supposed to be in today.
Okay, we can try that. I wouldn't mind playing some Mario Kart 7 now you brought it up.
Yeah, we could definitely, once we're done fishing, we could do that.
No, wait. The girl in Sailor Moon said anime in the episode where the lead animator wants to kill off Sailor V in the plot. Yes! They want to be edgy.
This is new to me.
Like one of them Genshin Impacts. My problem with Genshin Impact is all the girls are freaking lollies.
My favorite...
Nobody wants that.
My favorite episode of anime about anime was the one of Golden Boy.
I was about to say Golden Boy.
Yeah, where he works at the studio.
That's the last one, right? Where he gets all the girls together?
Yeah, he brings together everybody to make the show.
It's a good... Man, Golden Boy's such a classic.
It's a great show.
Very good. I think everyone needs to see it.
I remember Tim had to get it out of the back for me.
I can say that Kentaro Oe and Tenchi are like the only guys in anime history that deserve their harems.
I guess so, yeah.
Because Tenchi's a sincerely nice and charming dude. I can see why women would like him. And then Kentaro Oe is an idiot, but he's a very skilled and caring person.
Right.
As opposed to, what's his name?
And he's in great shape.
Yes. What's his name in Love, Hina?
I don't even remember his fucking name. I was just going to say that.
Ken Akamatsu.
Hitoshi?
Self-insert.
Hiroshi?
That's the reason why I like Hey, I Love You better. It's not really a harem. He clearly is only interested in the one girl.
Yeah, and he made them.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're around him.
But I love that the second one's just a fucking bitch who gets into pyramid schemes and shit.
Yes.
And then the other one's a lolly because we need lollies, apparently.
I guess. Yeah, AI Love You for any... I don't think they ever made that an anime, but it was Ken Akamatsu, the Love Hina guy.
Kenshi Uramashi? Shima. Kenshi Urashima.
Yeah, Kenshi Urashima, that's it. I didn't remember it because he's not interesting at all.
I hardly read the manga. I borrowed a couple volumes from you, and then I never watched the anime. Even though I wanted to.
Of Love Hina?
Yeah.
I got into Love Hina because I was like, I loved AI Love You, but I don't think I ever even finished buying those
AI Love You is fantastic.
Yeah.
No. I liked our era of, when I think of high school and manga, I think of AI Love You, I think of...
Boys Be.
Boys Be, I think of Ranma and Half for sure.
Yeah, I actually liked the first several.
Oh, there it is.
I liked the first several Ranma Half until Happosai showed up, and then I was just like, whatever.
He goes away as fast as he shows up. Because my favorite girl shows up after Happosai.
Yeah.
Which is Zukio. She's like the cook.
I always liked Shen.
I do too. I like long-haired girls that break down walls.
Physically with their hands.
No, she used the tool. Tried to feed Ryoga to Ranma because he's a little piglet. What a weird show. What a weird manga. The show is okay, but it never finished. So
Really?
I prefer the manga. Yeah, it never it had an ending season, but it never finished the story. It just kind of ended on a weird note.
Did you get that that listing for all of it on Laserdisc that I sent you?
Yes, I need to get that.
Yeah, some guy was selling it for like nothing. I bought my favorite hentai from him.
Which one?
Cream Lemon Pop Chaser.
Oh, Cream Lemon's good.
We really need to watch Project Echo.
Yes, Project Echo's great. That'd be perfect for old tacos.
Yes. Because whether or not they're nude, I love that style.
For sure. I've got Bubblegum Crisis. We definitely need to watch that.
It's got all the trappings of hentai as well.
Yes. Speaking of all the trappings of hentai.
Hey, we're going to fucking West Point.
Oh, boy. She's got that swimmer's dip. You know what I'm talking about?
Swimmer's dip.
Is that the deep V?
Oh, the Jesus hooks.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of swimmers have those.
They do.
Like,
I've just never heard swimmer's dip. I was like, is this a smokeless tobacco product for people in aquatic sports?
What the fuck?
Swimmer's dip.
Disgusting. Nope, it was Kentaro Uramashima.
Something like that.
Kentaro. Oh, Kentaro. What?
I thought...
Kentaro? Oh, Kitaro. Kitaro.
Yeah. And what's the
I was
name
young
of
and easily tricked. I watched all of Love Hina. I regret it so much.
What's the name of the guy from Hey, I Love You?
I could not tell you.
I know the girls' names. Well, I know two of the girls' names. It's been so long since I read it.
I should reread it. It's pretty good.
His name was Brett, I think.
And he was me. Did you ever see the OVA of Video Girl I?
Video Girl I?
Yeah.
No, I was interested in Video Girl
It's
I.
very good for what it does.
Yeah.
Very melodramatic, but it's a good little watch. Well, that's one of the ones I think we should watch for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Memories is one we should watch too.
Yes.
Because Memories is... Magnetic Rose might be the best OVA I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Maybe not my favorite, but maybe like, technically the best. It has a Blu-ray release now,
Okay.
which is awesome.
I really want to get Neo Tokyo in HD.
Neo Tokyo fucking rules. What else did that guy direct?
Which guy?
The guy who directed the shorts in Neo Tokyo.
Which one? Because
The middle
it was.
one. The
Yeah, I don't know what else he directed.
I know he directed something else.
You know Rintaro, and I know Otomo.
Yes.
I never
We know Otomo.
Yes. I'll bring some Rintaro for sure.
But, yeah, the guy in the middle, I mean, that's the reason I got it. It was cool seeing Order to Stop Construction and the
It's so good.
Labyrinth, which is the one Rintaro did. It's just like a
Yes.
fucking fever dream. But
I definitely would like to watch just the first arc, because I don't want to watch like full series in old Takus, but I would love to watch the first arc of Cyborg 009.
yeah, I think
It's
it's
so classic.
I think it's time I give that a chance because I just hated how different characters in the same show
Yes.
were drawn so crazy different from one another.
But now you understand it's a remake of a 60s manga.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. For some reason, didn't Pidge from Voltron have a big swoosh, and one of the guys from Cyborg 009 have a big swoosh?
Yes, but he was supposed to look like a bird, so he had like a big swoosh and a long nose.
And he was named Pidge.
Yes.
Which means Ox is going to catch him from the rafters of a Home Depot right now.
Oh. So,
And one of the lions will be missing.
he's like one of the fastest ones next to Cyborg 009. And that was an interesting era of the 60s because manga was created because, GIs imported comics from America.
Oh,
And they would give them to the Japanese kids.
that's interesting.
And eventually they got translated. So the Japanese kids loved their Superman comics.
I guess that makes sense.
And then Japan's like, what if we do this ourselves? And then a la Astro Boy and all these other things. So a combination of Disney and DC Comics really got manga started in Japan.
I did not know that.
Because when all the GIs left, the kids were like, oh, we don't have our comic stores anymore. What are we going to do? And a lot of those kids grew up and drew their own comics.
There you go. Who knew?
But you'll notice in a lot of those old stories, like some of my 3-time all favorites, Macross, Cyborg 009, and Star Blazers, the lead characters are always half American.
Okay. Yeah,
Because they think that's a cool hook. And usually half Americans are named Joe because it's a name both cultures share.
Right. Also Ken.
Yep.
I've always noticed that, like, westernization, Americanization of protagonists, and I've always wondered, like, with the exception of Otomo always seems to do, like, very believable Japanese people in his stuff.
Yes.
And, What's the other thing? All of his girls are always really ugly.
Yes.
Speaking of which.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh,
she's working out her thoracic spine.
exactly. That's ridiculous. I never liked the rubber spine. It's like, look at my boobs and my butt.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it when it can happen in real life, but that's just a bit of a stretch.
I think the best way to show off boobs and butt is the laying down motion.
Yeah.
Or the angle so you can see the butt behind them and then the boobs are all pressed up against their body because they're laying down.
Yes.
Don't listen to the stream, Kelly.
Don't listen to the stream, anybody. Everybody just leave. Okay, they don't like this anymore. What do they want now? Okay, fish info. Alright, so spotted bass are eating the cranky spot. White crappie are using the Bengal
Is
sinker.
it really pronounced crappie? That's so funny.
It is. It is. There's on Audio Atrocities, which is a super funny website that Eric and I used to go to a lot. They had a clip from Sega Bass Fishing where they were like, crappie! They were like, it's actually pronounced crappie.
That's funny. What's the difference between a largemouth bass and a bigmouth bass?
What?
One of the fish was called a largemouth bass.
There's a largemouth and a smallmouth.
Oh, maybe I just...
The game is called Big Bass Fishing.
I just thought bigmouth bass was a term for a largemouth bass.
I think it is. I think it is. I don't
I'm
think
just thinking of Bubba the bigmouth bass.
the big mouth Billy Bass.
Bigmouth Billy bass, yeah.
I want to know, can you help me? Take me to the river.
Can we, like... Is there a way to hack the Bubba bass and, like, put your own songs on there?
Yes.
Sick ass.
Have you not seen this?
No.
On the internet, people it's the best thing ever. I want this so bad for myself.
Oh, yeah?
I would pay someone $200.
Oh, shit.
You can mod a big mouth Billy Bass to be a smart speaker. So when you ask,
Holy shit.
you can be like Alexa, and the Billy Bass will like turn, look at you, and go, yes, with its mouth. There's videos of it all over the internet. It's the best idea ever.
That is awesome.
Especially because, you know, there's tons of them and nobody cares about them because they're not funny anymore because the joke was old, you know, a year after they came out. But, like, it's so funny at being a smart speaker.
That's awesome.
I definitely want one.
My aunt used to always... she's the sweetest person, and she's super cool. She's retired now.
Shit. Yeah.
But she does retirement right. She's like always line dancing and touring the country and
Okay.
stuff. She's like always hanging out with people. That's why she's going to live forever.
Right.
Because, you know, she's just not being an old person sitting around being like, well...
I'm just going to play my old fishing games.
Oh, that's going to be the millennial fucking...
Yeah.
Retirement is just playing their Segas until they die. Literally.
It's the oldest joke in the world, but, like, millennial retirement homes are just going to be...
They're going to be awesome.
Full of DVDs and PlayStations.
I hope I die in my kid's basement instead of a retirement home. We'll see.
I hope I die in my kid's basement.
That or since I just watched Seinfeld, I would love to be in a retirement community with all my friends.
Del Boca Vista.
Yeah, Del Boca Vista. God, that was a good show. I'm glad I finally got to watch it.
It's excellent.
Although the later seasons have certainly ruined the earlier seasons for me.
What do you mean?
I still like the charm of them. Well, they just got a little better at their writing and their pacing and stuff like that.
I guess so, but I can even watch the pilot and still enjoy
I don't think
it.
they're horrible. The pilot was nice to watch because I'm like, oh, there's no third act to the story. Just stuff happens.
Yeah.
We don't get to see the results of them.
I really like the where they're predicting the reaction when she gets off the plane. Like if she hugs you, that's definitely a good sign, and she does the like.
Yeah, that was literally just an episode about what's going to happen.
Right.
It was really weird.
He agrees to go on like the 3-hour Circle Line boat tour with her, and then she's like gets a phone call from her fiance.
Yeah.
Never get engaged. Okay.
One of my favorite date/girl episodes is when he dates the girl that's just like him.
Yeah.
But it's
that's so, and they have the truly mutual breakup.
Yes. And but one of my favorite things is they're like sitting down reading, you know, Superman comics.
Yeah.
And but the era they're reading, I have the exact comic they're reading because that's when I started collecting Superman comics.
That's funny.
So I'm like, hey, I know what happens in that one. That's awesome. So I love all his Superman shit because I'm like, oh, I remember Superman in the 90s.
He does like Superman.
And then he recently he's on a. It sucks because DC Comics suck right now, but he's on the cover of the first issue of Batman and Superman that just came out.
Seinfeld is?
Yeah, it's Seinfeld and Superman getting coffee.
That's funny.
And he's like, I've been waiting for this since I was a child. This is amazing.
That's got to be a dream come
Thank
true
you
for
so
him.
much. Yeah. Well, I've been watching comedians in a car getting coffee.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's very good. I didn't know he was so into cars. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, him and Jay Leno.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, Jay Leno's Garage. It's gone on for ages. He has like everything.
That's awesome.
But I don't find him as funny as Seinfeld.
No, I don't.
But few are.
Yeah, Seinfeld's definitely my brand of humor, which is surprising. It took me so long to see the show.
Yeah. Eat it. Come on. I heard from a menu screen you like this.
Have you ever been interested in a chia pet? I don't know anyone that likes chia pets.
Yes, I have.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Was it a particular one? Like Garfield or some shit?
They have one right now of like, it's Daniel or Mr. Miyagi from...
Oh, cool.
I think that would be cool. They have one of David Hasselhoff at CBS.
Oh, that's neat.
A hedgehog chia pet would be cute.
You'd be surprised the shit you can find at a fucking CVS that is so cool.
Yeah. I did not expect to see a David Hasselhoff chia pet, I can tell you that.
That is interesting.
Eat it. God, it just gets so quiet when you don't have a fish on the line. These look like mostly largemouth, so I may have to switch to whatever lure it says they like. But sometimes it's wrong, and I guess that's good.
It's interesting it's just lures and no bait.
Yeah.
I guess that's a whole nother set of
Yeah,
bullshit
they
we
like
gotta
the
program.
cranky spot. That's not working. So, smallmouth. Let's try the jajammer.
Jajammer.
I think the jajammer is pink as fuck. Yeah.
Jajammer sounds like a fucking
Kool-Aid flavor.
motorcycle a common rider would eventually get as an upgrade. Get on the jajammer!
I have very little frame of reference, but I can believe it. For sure. Man, this...
Okay, so, Roxana has a Rick Sanchez chia pet.
That's funny.
Heather keeps trying to give me a Groot chia pet, but I'm not interested. I do like Groot, though.
Did she get it in a loot crate?
Yes.
In a Groot crate?
Yeah, in a Groot crate.
Chia pets are nice because they're so freaking easy to grow.
Yeah.
So it's like gardening for the attention deficit like me. You get the instant gratification out of it because everything just grows so quickly. They're also really fragile, though.
Michael says there's a Bob Ross chia pet, and then he
Yeah,
says
there
he's never
is.
seen a Bob Ross video. Which you should.
That's a damn shame.
They're hella relaxing, especially for you, Michael. I think
Yeah.
you'd really dig Bob Ross.
Don't buy anything from the Bob Ross estate because it doesn't
Yep.
go to Bob Ross.
Yep.
But do
It's
watch
so
the show.
fucked up.
Watch it on like Pluto. It's free.
Especially since that dude is so cool.
Yeah. Eat it.
Now, was he the fella that like
Yes.
was a military
I think he was.
fella, and then he like always yelled and shit, and he's like, I promise I'm never gonna yell again, and he just started painting.
I think I have heard that.
It's kind of like how Bush is now. All he does is paint and give money to the veterans. and
Right.
screw it over,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
It's a pretty decent redemption arc.
I don't think. Yeah, I was about to call it Redemption Arc too. I don't think he was ever a malicious person. I think he was just ignorant.
Yeah, I have very few opinions.
I think he was a puppet president.
And as we've seen, those always go great.
Yeah, I don't care for politics either. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the biggest crappy I ever caught.
That's why I have to tell people, even though it's not necessarily true all the time, but I always tell people when they try to talk to me during holidays, I'm like, I celebrate all holidays commercially.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Celebrate all holidays commercial.
It's true though.
That's great. I like that.
I don't care that fucking this is an adaptation of Samhain or whatever. I don't care that fucking pumpkins keep off the evil spirits. I don't care that it was once a pagan holiday. I don't care.
I just like to eat candy and wear things.
Or I like to decorate my fucking house in lights and give my friends presents.
Right.
Piss off.
I want to start celebrating Christmas like the Japanese.
With KFC?
With KFC and chocolate cake, yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love KFC
Yeah,
and
it's
chocolate
always
cake.
chocolate cake. Because I always notice when I play Harvest Moon, I always get chocolate cake. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, KFC and chocolate cake. I think that's a fantastic idea.
I think it is too. Let's
Except,
do
of
it.
course, that the KFCs are all probably closed in America on
Well,
Christmas.
on Christmas Day, maybe
Yeah.
not get KFC. We should have a Christmas party and get some KFC.
I agree. That should absolutely be a thing we do.
We should also have just another day we'll come over and make pasta or something.
Right.
That was
We
super
didn't
fun.
we didn't celebrate Paskinti Day last year.
We didn't. Hey,
Yeah.
Michael, you coming down for Skinty Day this year? For excuse to come back to Georgia.
Yeah, just and don't tell your employer, yourself.
That's a good one. I'm using that. Yes, commercially celebrating holidays is the way to go.
Yep. I like it. We worship at the altar of capitalism. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting this far in
It's
this
like
game.
it's like the oh hey baby.
Hatch reservoir.
Nice nose.
Dumped. Nice.
Nipples.
That deep V's looking a little
Fucked up.
womb weary.
Womb Worry is my favorite Real Big Fish album. Oh fucking A.
I'm gonna try and catch one of these perch
Bitch.
with the Fascinator. Which doesn't even animate in the water like a spinnerbait actually would.
Oh really?
No. In Sega Bass Fishing, it's perfect. But in this, it just kind of spins a little bit.
Yeah.
Drops.
I'll get it, boy.
Yeah, I don't care you're not a white perch. I'll take anything. It'll keep the game going. Did I tell you about that? I got a Bazooka Joe comic. I really liked it. A piece
Cool.
of my head. Bazooka Joe has taken Val to the arcade, and she's playing a game.
Yeah.
She's like, I bet you I could keep this game going for 3 hours on just 1 quarter. And Joe's like, that's great, Val. And she says, why? Because you like to watch video games? He goes, no, the whole day it'll only cost me a quarter.
Oh, it's good. I actually got to meet one of the old school Archie writers at fucking Atlanta Comic Con.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool to talk to. He's talking to how it's hard to keep like things timeless as things update.
Right. Yeah, everything gets more and more specific. And as you live in it, that's the only way you can think.
But he was saying the one thing that's consistent is how dating works.
Yeah,
It's
I
always
guess
a little
that's
awkward.
true.
It's always a little fun, even if he's writing for someone gay like Kevin Keller or something. He's like,
Yeah.
just do this and that. It's not too bad. And he's like, I just try to keep my characters off social media.
Sure.
Betty and Veronica are only there if they can, gossip or something.
I could absolutely see Veronica being all over social media.
Well, Veronica's take is it distracts too much from real life, so she
Yeah.
gets annoyed. It's like, I got this cute outfit. I'm going to go out and have fun. Why is everyone on their phone not noticing me?
I love that, if
Yeah.
that's what Veronica actually
Yes,
thinks.
that's what she does. She uses, Instagram and stuff, but she's like, this is for when I'm not, out and doing stuff.
Yeah, I could absolutely see Veronica abusing social media. I bet he would not be into it. She'd be like, I just want to play sports.
So there is a Betty and Veronica comic where they're just going out and all the boys are on their phones like, fuck it, we'll have fun ourselves, and they kind of have a best day ever thing.
Yeah, and then they'd scissor
And then
for
they come-
6 chapters.
Hell yeah. And then they come back and the guys are like, they're like, what'd you do today, boys? And oh,
I looked at my phone and I hate myself.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that sucked. Oh, sweet, I landed on a time bonus.
Oxford says commercially. I'm married. I can't celebrate anything commercially.
You can, just with one person.
Oh yeah. I guess that's true. So I guess you don't need a friend. You don't need a partner to come.
You don't need anybody, really.
Just yourself.
And in fact, I don't have any partners.
Did y'all do anything for Valentine's Day? I assume not, because that's what me and Kelly can do shit.
We're supposed to go to the aquarium.
Okay.
I gave Joe a Atomic Purple N64 controller like she had when she was
that's
a
dope.
kid. And we gave each other a bunch of candy.
Yeah, me and Kelly gave each other some cards, and I made some heart-shaped pasta that our mom got us. But
Oh, that's cute.
it was cute. It was fun.
Yeah.
Michael says, preach. Hello, single friends. We're both married and don't have to ever worry about dating again.
Thank God.
Yeah. Because sometimes brothers are like, don't you miss it? Just the thrill of having someone you like and having to go after. I'm like, nope.
I mean,
The thrill of the hunt.
I do occasionally miss
No, I understand
because I dated a lot, and it was,
I did too.
it was awkward, certainly, but it, like he says, it's timeless, and it's
The sensation of having a new crush is nice.
right. And I still get that, but now it's on
Yeah.
digital cat girls.
It's not digital cat girls, but I don't watch anyone stream, nevertheless VTubers.
Yeah.
If someone like Joe did stream, I'd like to watch it though, because Joe's hilarious.
That's what she's planning on doing.
So that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends, the problem is, and this is an actual problem, a lot of my friends are very much into selling their bodies, which more power to them. So you know,
I'm really
support
glad
sex workers. But
I am surrounded by friends who are like, "Hey, you want to give me $5? I'll show you my boobs," and I'll be like, "Yes."
but I know them too personally, so it's too weird for me. I'm like,
It adds an extra dimension of positive for me, just to put it in a completely normal way.
yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. But it just doesn't work for me.
For sure, and I can absolutely see how it wouldn't.
I have my preferred people if I need that kind of thing, but also,
In the water.
But I don't know them.
yeah, I just like, oh, cool.
I'm still winning.
Because I have one friend that I support a whole lot.
The damn hatch reservoir.
That's what they call her cute.
She's about to commercially celebrate. Ew. That took too... That's gross.
Just calling that, you know, that sounds like something sex-positive workers or someone would call it. It's like, no, coming's a celebration. It's
It's a celebration. I had an ex who referred to it as a melted compliment.
But yeah, having a friend that you can see their boobs, I can understand the appeal of that. Just like I can see the appeal for polyamory. I just do not have the emotional or
That's-
personal patience for polyamory.
Yeah, that shit's too complicated.
I couldn't do it. I'd get jealous. Also, I love Kelly with all my heart, but one person's enough.
Yeah.
I would never give up my relationship with Kelly for anything in the world, but golly, it's a lot.
Speaking of damn it. Well, I got a fucking power up, but it clearly wasn't the line one. It's that lightning bolt there, and it didn't say what it was because I had a fish on the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have one friend who is like, I am super duper definitely polyamorous. She just got married.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean,
I've had a lot of friends that are,
it's just rough if you have
Yeah.
a different, very specific way of that sort of thing and finding someone who's
also a lot of
compatible.
people think polyamory is like, oh, this manga or this harem will be solved if it was polyamorous. I'm like, the problem with that is the girls don't like each other like that way. They only like the guy, and that's not
Right.
how polyamory works.
Yeah.
Everyone's together.
Right.
What your thing is more of a Mormon thing, where your sister wives and shit.
And speaking of a Mormon thing, I dated a Mormon girl, and
Oh.
I was very serious with her.
Interesting.
And I met with the missionaries because she was like, "Look, I can't keep dating you. If,
Oksana says that's why I'm a hoe. Good for you, Oksana.
I can't keep dating you if you're not Mormon. Like, it just can't happen." And I was like, "Well, I'll give it a shot." And so
Oh
I
my
met with the
God.
missionaries, and of course, nothing came of it.
Yeah.
But one thing, like, and everybody makes the joke, like, "Oh, Mormons, whatever, polygamy, etc." But they were like, "Look, it's based around the idea that there's not only one person in the world. There's no such
For
thing
sure.
as soulmates.
For sure. There is absolutely not.
There's
There's people you're super compatible with.
But once you find one, Harrison
Yeah.
and I are both happy."
Yeah, there's no reason for me to search too. Also, the complexity of finding someone that matches the person you're already with.
Right.
You know, and it absolutely is a thing. I have friends that it works great for, and I'm glad. I just couldn't do it myself. I could probably live with other people that I really liked, but
Yeah. I don't know. That's
it's hard because of my past and a lot of problems I've had that I'm seeing a therapist about. It's hard for me to be emotionally vulnerable with one person.
yeah.
It'd just be hard to do with multiple people. Also, I am perfectly happy.
I crush my heart and smear it all over my arm. Like wear hard.
Oh,
on,
yes.
Wear hard on sleeve is too weak for how easy it is for me to share things like that.
Yeah.
I have no problems expressing my emotions.
I don't
Thankfully.
have a problem with sharing my emotions on certain things. But there's some things I keep
Eat it.
clenched about. But you're an easy person to talk to.
Thank you.
Because there's people that, there's you, Kelly, Heather, and like maybe Alex and Michael
Yeah.
that recharge my social battery. Everyone else kind of drains it.
Yeah, that's such a popular phrase lately, is the whole social battery thing. Mine,
It's just a good analogy.
I've realized lately that my social battery is like the battery on a 6-year-old iPhone. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I'm charged, I'm happy, please recharge me.
Yeah.
And it's interesting balancing it with Joe, who is far more introverted, but
Yeah.
it's, you know, that's what you do. You learn to balance it out and make everybody
For
happy.
sure. And it
Eat
works
it.
out.
It's the sub screen says you like this.
Also, we should bust out the fucking Mario Kart VRs again. Like Bill.
Yeah. AR, rather.
Yeah, AR, yeah. Because I was in Full Circle with my cousin the other day. Like, what's this? I'm like, oh, it's a. I'm like,
Look at
oh,
this
it's the
super real. Jesus.
I'm just like, it's the coolest fucking idea ever. It's an RC car that you can play on your game console.
It is super
and
fun.
it makes it's a great idea. I'm hoping they use this technology with other stuff as time goes on.
Yeah.
Because it's a great idea. It's super cool.
Well, I mean, augmented reality's been around for ages.
For sure.
There was a Kavinsky video game. I don't know if you ever listened to Kavinsky.
I did not.
You ever see Drive?
Yes.
You know the opening song, "We're giving you a night
Yeah.
called." That's Kavinsky.
Okay.
And he has like a persona where he's like a zombie ghost that has a zombie ghost Ferrari car
Oh.
because he got in a car crash and they both came back from the dead.
Cool.
And he's actually doing a big revival. He hasn't done anything in a while, but he's putting out a new album, or he's doing a compilation with The Weeknd or something like that.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear it. But he had an iPhone game, which is probably the only iPhone game I ever really completed, and it's one of the few iPhone games you can complete, I guess. But I downloaded it because of the driving segments, because he drives a Testarossa. It's my favorite car. But
no.
they're okay. But the fighting segments are a little clunky, but they had an augmented reality mode. And I went through a boss rush on the cover of a Hustler magazine.
Oh, that's cool. No, I mean, they did that too. With,
It's certainly... Mario Kart takes much better advantage of this,
yeah,
however.
there was some good games on the 3DS that did that too.
Yeah. Like
And of course, when Pokemon Go first came out, it was all over the place.
yeah, and Ingress, which is what... Not to traumatize any other cable guys if they're listening, but Ingress was the Niantic game that they based Pokemon Go off of.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what happened there?
The tension was kind of staying in the middle, so I guess he spit it out.
Okay.
Bite it. Please. Please bite it. Thank you.
But yeah, I like creative, innovative games like that, because if that came out when I was a kid, I would never put it down.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, I got mine for Christmas, so it was the perfect, thing to open at Christmas.
Right.
Boxes everywhere, having a good time. We made tunnels and ramps, and we
Yeah.
did that at your house too.
Yeah, and when you have two of them,
Oh yeah, when you
that
have
is the
Christmas.
ultimate form of it.
I would hope they'd release like a Peach or a Bowser one or something eventually, just
Yeah.
have some more cars. I don't know how well they
Shit.
sold.
I had let off of the reel, and it broke. I hope I just got to catch one more here. I'm kind of...
I know.
I'm just kind of going through the motions at this point. I have 7 minutes left.
It's like dating a Mormon for 2
No,
going through the motions.
I'm saying it's simple and easy.
Like dating a Mormon for... No. I don't know. I've never dated a Mormon.
She was such a sweetheart.
I bet.
I took her to...
I have zero problems with the Mormons as people. They're very
Right.
nice. They're very kind. They have very good family values.
Right. I took her to Six Flags. This was back when I had...
Season pass?
yeah, I had a season pass like every year. And she... and that's what she said when we got to the Goliath. And
All right.
I had... yeah, I just caught a bunch of panfish.
Ugh.
Smalley bend.
What's wrong with her
the
nose?
shallows.
What's wrong with your face?
I just want to know if that's based off a real person and who it is.
Her shoulders look really fucked
I gotta
up there,
catch
too.
a Guadalupe bass. I've never heard of that before.
Guadalupe.
But anyway, I took her to...
Oh!
Oh! Catfish!
Hell yeah.
Catfish!
Catfish are delicious, dude.
Using the Wonder Worm. Well, I'm fishing for catfish here. That's something I always want in
Speaking of
fishing
Wonder
games.
Worms, have you ever heard of the Wonder Boner?
No.
I'll show you the Wonder Boner in a minute.
Okay, I'm not sure I want that. Catfish!
It's a
Yay,
it's
catfish!
something you put your fish on, you
Get
pull
it?
it out, and it debones the fish
Oh,
for you. It's called the Wonder Boner.
what? Stop saying it. Anyway, I took her to Six Flags.
You
And
got her a Wonder Boner, yeah. Go. On.
this is me, so I had that giant soda cup that you could refill for
course.
like $1. And she
Oh,
was
that's a great investment.
she was like, "What do you have?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a Mr. Pibb." It was pre-diabetes.
Yes.
And I was like, "Do you want some?" She said, "Sure." She had a sip, and she was like, "Oh, that's really good." I was like, "Yeah, it's Mr. Pibb." She's like, "Oh, I've never had soda before."
Oh my god.
I was just like, "Holy never? Like never ever?"
That's crazy.
Wow.
Look at all these catfish. I want to catch them. Please bite it.
Look at the timer.
Yeah, that's extra
Is
time.
someone else fishing? What is that?
Over there?
What's that white thing?
Oh, that's the lightning power up. The ultra, the ultra reel.
I thought it was another lure or something.
Nah. But
No.
yeah, she had never had soda. Like her dad was like
Wow.
kingpin of the Mormons in the area. I'm not even joking. They had like
Really?
seminary in their basement.
Wow.
And seminary, by the way, is religious education for anyone who doesn't know.
Religious education in anyone's basement sounds like a cult.
Yeah,
I know
it
it's
does.
not, but... Speaking of cults, if you haven't watched it, Archive 81's pretty good.
I am pulling so hard. Why won't it hook you?
I guess it's just being catty. Long, awkward silence.
Why would it's weird? It wouldn't hook
It is
him.
weird. He still seems interested.
Yeah, they all seem interested.
Have you seen
Boys.
the Johnson fish boat engine commercials?
No,
It's an engine for a fishing boat. It's called the Johnson.
sure.
But the hook line would be like, going out, having fun, your kids and your Johnson.
Why can't I hook it?
And that's what the lines would always be like, your girl and your Johnson. It's like, oh shit.
I'm gonna pause this and consult the manual.
Your mate and your Johnson. It's just like, what the fuck?
It's like the Big Johnson line of T-shirts.
Mm.
They do kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Game controls, page 3. I hate in the manuals. It's always like, this is the up button, this is the down button. It's like, I know, what do they do? Okay, so X and circle are reel in fastest.
Oh.
So I guess I'll try that next time it bites.
It bites.
No, do not quit. I'm way too far into this.
Oh, look, they made Kelly a featured cosplayer. That's nice.
Cool. Your kids and your Johnson. You always get your line wet with a Big Johnson.
Yeah. And be sure to take care of your fish with your Wonder Boner afterwards. I gotta show you the Wonder Boner. You got a bite. What the fuck is going on?
Why? Why? Though. I just want... The catfish are the only... Like, they're not the only fish, but they're the main fish that I want to catch, and I cannot hook it.
Catfish is delicious. God, we should have a fish fry for our next friends eat dinner together.
I mean, we could do that today.
I'm down.
I have swai in the freezer.
I'm down. I'll just tell Kelly to come over when she gets off.
Okay. Maybe do that.
Great. Yeah, it'll be fun. We can watch some anime. We can play some games.
I will lose trying to catch this catfish.
That's fine. We've been looking for an excuse to quit anyway.
Willingly.
Oh no, only one viewer. Who's the one left? Who are you? Please tell me.
I wish that you could look, but I guess when you're a successful streamer... I got him! He's hooked! I hooked the catfish!
Get in. Wait to fight. That's it. Jumper.
I caught the catfish.
Water, they look so. That's a record.
I'm really happy that there's catfish in this game. Because when I actually fish, I fish for catfish.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of bass fishing, etc. I'm a much bigger fan of catfish because you just throw something smelly into the water and then you can like drink and wait.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, there's a couple spotted bass around here.
When you get your boat going, we should go catfishing.
Yeah, I don't know when that's... or
Oh,
if.
yeah.
But, yeah, I basically decided not to buy that dude's boat. And then
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we should definitely do is Joe was talking to me about it. She was like, you should definitely just like rent one and use it and see if this
that's
is
a good idea.
something you find yourself doing often enough to necessitate owning one. That'd be funny if I hooked him right here.
Weird fish related thing.
Yeah. Just bite it.
Is Seaman on the Dreamcast expensive?
Not as expensive as you would think, but
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I had a copy. I sold it to Zach, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Let's try the jammer. Try to catch some smallmouths.
Because I'd like to play around with it.
It's weird and fun, and I'm really glad I got to experience
Yeah,
it.
but it's not something you wanted to play like much longer.
Nah, it's not something I need to play more than.
Something I really want to play again, but I will never get because it's so expensive, is the original Animal Crossing. It's so
like for
expensive.
N64.
Well, it came out in GameCube in the States, but yeah.
Basically the same game.
Yes.
Yeah, you can get repro copies of the N64 one.
That's true.
Annoyingly, they don't like to save in a game that saving is really super important.
How is jailbreaking a 64? Is it just work, or you got
Jailbreaking?
or whatever? Playing fucking
Imports?
yes.
Oh, it's just...
or not imports. Fake ass fucking.
I mean, you just buy the
Okay.
repro cartridge and you put it in there and it works.
Okay.
There's nothing to do except for buy the repro cartridge.
Because I know certain things. It's like you gotta get the thing and pray to Jeebus and
No.
turn your machine upside down for 3 hours.
No, and getting it to play imports is really easy too. It's physical like the Super Nintendo. You just cut out the tabs.
Okay.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah, there's a couple imports I want to get on my Super Nintendo. But granted, I got a super awesome jailbroken Nintendo Mini, so I don't think I really need anything.
Well, the thing I wish I figured out, like when I started collecting for Famicom games are so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish that I had started doing that earlier, because like I had bought North and South on NES and it was like $40, but you can get it on Famicom for like $10.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah.
I'd love to get... Oh, I already have it. I just need to get an NES that works now, which isn't hard.
Damn it.
But I've got Dragon's Quest, and it's so simple, you can absolutely play without any translation.
Really?
Yeah, the original Dragon Quest, yeah.
I would imagine that basically any RPG would have way too much text.
I can beat that game in like an hour. And not because I have it memorized or anything, there's just not a ton of dungeons. It's literally go find and save the princess, and then go kill the final boss.
Okay.
I think you'd dig it, it's actually pretty cool. I don't know.
Well, I'm good with that. We'll just go to the main menu.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'm going to take another whiz, and I guess I'll go out to the mailbox and see if that other fishing
Yeah, I
game is
gotta take a
coming.
Waz, too. Entertain yourself, one person left in chat.
Well, maybe I'll just close the stream and we maybe come back in a minute.
Yeah.
Take like an actual break. But
We're gonna take a little break, we'll be right back.
Thanks for hanging out and watching us fish. Hang
Logan
out
will
later
be
and
there
watch us fish more.
in a second. Watch us play Mario Kart 7.
Maybe we'll just do that, yeah.